And what's up, y'all? Welcome into the stream. Appreciate y'all being here. Happy Saturday morning to every single one of y'all. And it's an early one again here for us on the channel. So hope you has a great Friday night. And we're here now for some NASCAR Cup Series qualifying, practice and qualifying. We're here at the Dover Motor Speedway, the Monster Mile as they call it. I got my man over here. He's hanging out, watching over us, just kind of hanging out, the Monster Mile, just hanging, watching. So I hope you guys enjoy the stream today. We're going to have a good time. We're going to bring in some live audio for you guys on the FS1 broadcast. And remember, the race is on FS1 this week. All races are on FS1, back to normal FS1 coverage for the NASCAR Cup Series. Tomorrow we'll have the NASCAR Cup Series Wurth 400. It'll be flag to flag coverage tomorrow for you guys, so we'll enjoy that, have fun tomorrow as well. So but today we're going to be doing practice and qualifying. Of course, the schedule for practice, as each Group A and Group B are in a 20-minute time span to get their cars ready for qualifying. So Group A and Group B will be split into the field, and it's in the description below if you guys want to know what names are what for the qualifying. So we'll get those going here in just a little bit. Just waiting on the Dover, the raw feed to kick up here. We'll bring it over to the other channel, but Hopper is ready for a great race this weekend. I'm ready to have some fun. So last week, crazy Talladega race. We had a great stream with that as well. Got it in, and congratulations, man, oh man, to Tyler Reddick. What an ending to that one we saw last week. But this week, as you can see, I'm honoring my deal. As you guys watch the race preview vlog, I held my deal. So there is the 12. And I think something's going down here at Dover. Ford hasn't won. We thought they were going to win last week. Now they haven't won. But now the Wurth sponsor is on Ryan Blaney's car. He is a Ford. I picked him too. I just have a feeling that Ryan Blaney's going to win this weekend. Just my opinion, but we'll see how that goes. But hope everybody's had a great Saturday morning so far, and we're ready for a great day. And then right after this, after practice and qualifying is over, for about an hour or so, we'll be giving you the Xfinity race today, the Bet Rivers 200 from the Dover Motor Speedway. And Brandon Jones is on the pole for that today as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. That'll be a good time. We'll get some in-car cameras. We'll have the audio as well from the FS1 broadcast and our reactions and all that good stuff. So after this is over, it's going to redirect you over to the new stream. So you guys don't even have to click on anything. We will have the pin message above you with the link, just in case it doesn't do that for you guys. But make sure when it does redirect you over there, just say okay, and it'll hit the like button for us over there and be waiting for us when we go live about 12:15 Central for the Xfinity race. So I'm ready. I hope you guys are ready. Let's take a look at the chat to see who's here. Saw Teresa and Bronny talking like crazy this morning, which is awesome. Always good to see you guys. You got good news, Bronny. Awesome, man. Teresa dropping that 12. What's up? Butterfly so early, hanging out with us last night too. Triton, what's going on? I hope to see Toe Mater today. That's right, Triton. Hope so. Maddie F, what's going on, man? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Make sure you're hitting that thumbs up. That's right, with Butterfly says. But good morning, every single one of y'all. And the ones that are just watching, hanging out, just chilling, we appreciate you. I know it's early to be chatting and stuff like that. So keep hitting that like button for us. And then let's see if we can go over here to the main channel here. And let's see if we can get this going. Let's see if we can get this going. All right. Nothing yet. We got one. They typed in Daniel Suarez. He's the only one that's going to qualify, it looks like. But keep hitting that subscribe. Keep hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 12,200 on the subscribes today. Hopefully we can get there. Jamie says, go 5. What's going on? Jamie, welcome in. Good morning. But keep on hitting that like button, y'all. Let's go. Let's see if we can get 100 likes again on this NASCAR stream. The live audio will be coming in here in just a little bit. But practice and qualifying. Last week we did not have any practice. It was just straight up qualifying around that 2.66 mile track, 13K bound. Let's go. That's right. It's like I can see it on the horizon there. It's so far away, but I can see the 13K number. But we'll get there hopefully. Next month, we'll have to work hard because I'm going to miss the opening month of NASCAR. So we won't have all those subscribes the first of the month like we always do. Matter of fact, next week, y'all, next week, nothing. No racing at all. CeeLo is on vacation. He's gone from Wednesday to the following Monday. So but there will be some live streams of something. Not too sure, but we'll be doing live from Disney. We're going to Disney World. So if you guys want to hop in on our Disney World streams, if we have any, come on, hang out with us. We have a good time in the parks and ride some rides and all that stuff too. But we'll get it done here in May. But keep on hitting that like button, y'all, as you come in. Larson gets to qualify this race. That's right. So no bad boy last week. Larson didn't look too good. DW to go watch Keegan for the Kansas. Yep. So you guys can go watch Keegan for the Kansas race. He'll definitely be doing that, and go over there and hop out and watch Keegan next weekend. Give him good views and stuff, and then we'll be back right after that for the All-Star race. I think, hopefully, keep our fingers crossed. There's some plans in the works of stuff going down that Sunday, but we'll see what happens. But it's a long season, y'all. It's a long season. We got a lot of stuff in May happening with graduations, and I got my vacation and all that stuff too. So we'll have a good time. Green Bay Packers dropping the Go Braves. I gotta mute it. It's so loud. Too loud this morning to listen to the Braves. We were blowing it out. So just waiting on the audio to come in here, y'all. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. I'm ready to have some fun. It's early on a Saturday morning. But thanks so much for Keegan will wonder what happened when we drive him crazy. Yeah. He's going to have a separate chat for you guys. You're like, we're used to talking, Keegan. Keegan has his own setup, and he's so focused on the race and stuff. He kind of chats with y'all, but he'll figure it out. But I'm glad to help him last week, and thanks guys for going over there. And we haven't really got to talk at all, and we kind of talked a little bit through comments, but we'll definitely have a nice conversation and eventually talk to him. So when there's only two of y'all doing NASCAR, it's just like, which is crazy that there's not that many more people doing that. But and thanks for the ones that popped in last night for the baseball stream. We had a really good stream, got a lot of subscribers, 4,000 views, 4.1 thousand views on the baseball stream, almost 200 people, over 200 people in there as well. So that worked out as well too. So our baseball streams are amazing with that 3D. If you haven't caught our 3D before, you got to check it out. Also, if you haven't looked at our race preview vlog, make sure you do. We have a good vlog this week for the Dover paint schemes and race weekend previews. Make sure you go give that a like. William says, let's go Mets. There you go. We'll be playing the Mets here soon. Again, and I'll actually be able to cover it. Long season for baseball, long season for NASCAR. It goes all the way to November. Baseball goes all the way to October. So it's two good sports that you're going to keep you busy all year long. And I found that the Braves and NASCAR is kind of cross paths a little bit. We got a lot of Braves fans that like NASCAR, a lot of NASCAR fans that like Braves, and it's kind of crossed. So it's helped our views as well. People chatting and hanging out, or just people just like our chat. They just like hanging out in here. So just waiting on it to start here. We'll get it going. But keep hitting that like button, trying to get to 100 likes this Saturday morning. Whew, early. I haven't had breakfast yet. 26 likes. 26 likes. You doing the Braves game tonight? No, not fan. I got my daughter's got a prom, so we'll be doing pictures with her and all that stuff. So, and we'll probably go to dinner and all that stuff. So, speaking of Dover schemes, almost all of LMC are on fire with schemes this week. and not just Cory Heim and Petty Tribute. Yeah, man, they look pretty good. Jack says a little pick Kyle Larson and Bubba Wallace. Yes, sir. There you go. NASCAR and coffee. That's right, William. It's early. It's early. These early practice streams. Jeez, when they're on that East Coast, man. So just waiting on FS1 to bring it in here. They got about 1 more minute and they'll go live here. We'll have some fun and see who gets the pole today. And Jimmy Johnson, yeah, he's got 11 wins here. Of course, it's not in this car. This car is totally different than what is in. They're slowly putting the drivers in, or that's how they end up on the pit road. One or the other. I don't know how they figure that out. But Suarez, Justin Haley, Todd Gilliland are going to be the first 3. It looks like. I always wonder how they do that. Like, is there a guy like typing this stuff in? Like, he just got out of bed. He's like, oh crap, I forgot to type it in. All right, come on now. All right.
Angry. Well, he only gets fed once a year now. There's one cup race at Dover, and its concrete canyons are difficult. And boy, they can chew up some race cars, as evidenced yesterday in the ARCA race here. It's time for Cup practice and qualifying. Welcome to Dover. Mike Joy, Kevin Harvick, Clint Boyer. And boy, this place, you have been saying it now, I think for 2 or 3 weeks now. Wait till we get to Dover. Wait till we get to Dover. Oh my gosh, wait till we get to Dover. Why?
Because it's really, really fast, and you feel the sensation of speed here as much as you do anywhere. And it's concrete, and you feel every crack in the racetrack, but you have to be on the throttle, brave, all those things that come with going fast at Dover, our commitment to the throttle. So it's cold this morning, and the cars are going to be lightning fast.
Boy, you said it. Commitment at its highest level. Miles, the monster that you speak of, his teeth are very sharp, and they can crunch people's your confidence, your self-esteem. They all go out the window at a track like this. High banked, ladies and gentlemen. Characteristics of driving this place are drastically different. Throttle through the center of the corner. A lot of on-throttle time at this racetrack, which creates that speed that you're talking about, Kevin.
All right, cars are on track, and a driver change this week. Let's check with Jamie Little.
Yes, that's right. After that big crash for Eric Jones a week ago at Talladega, he will be sitting out this race, but he is here. So his relief driver, young Cory Heim, he's never been in a Cup car before. Of course, he's a 9-time winner in the ARCA Menard Series, 6-time winner in the trucks. So he is in the car for the first time, but he is a backup driver for Legacy Motor Club and 2311. He's in the shop almost weekly. He does a lot of the simulation, but there's nothing like actually being in the race car. But the good news for Cory Heim going through the transition, he has Jimmy Johnson here on the team racing this weekend. Matt Kenseth is here helping, and you saw that shot of Eric Jones. He's on top of the hauler, listening and giving feedback where he can. So a big day, a little bit bittersweet for Cory Heim.
Thanks, Jamie. Let's go back 1 week to Talladega. Hard hit for the 43.
Still don't know how that happened, y'all. Still don't know how that happened.
Came to rest, said, I'm going to need some help getting out.
Cold sounds wonderful, exactly.
However, he was checked at the infield care center and
5 or 9, 24 the pole today, William says.
Hospital that evening, was released, came back to Charlotte, and they found a hairline fracture of a vertebrae. So the timetable for his return is up to the doctors.
Just tells you how strong these guys are. I mean, not only did he hit, he knew immediately, said it on the radio, man, my back is not right here. Went to the care center, came out, granted us an interview, standing there, right? Standing upright, and then went, hey, something's wrong. Went back to the hospital, and they found that fracture. Just, these boys are tough. And, Kevin, you can't hit any harder than he hit.
No, and that was, in the, somewhere around 70 G impact. And when you talk about that impact with
Group A,
everything
16 minutes left,
and everything that went with that wreck, it's just a really difficult spot to be in from a driver's standpoint when you know that you don't feel
So
right.
far,
and you're hurt,
Byron's
you
the
want to be in
fastest.
the car, and you know if you expose that,
Byron's the
that
fastest.
there's a possibility that you're going to sit out. But he knew he was hurt.
And if you have any kind of an injury, especially a back injury, this is not the track you want to go to. A lot of G loads, a lot of banking in this, create those G loads. Absolutely no go for anybody having trouble at this demanding racetrack.
And we're just 3 minutes into this practice session, and Denny Hamlin already has an issue.
God.
All right, I got my first problem found with this insert. Can't reach a clutch pedal. Lip of it. We got to shave down this lip underneath my leg so I can straighten it out more. I'm running out of, I'm on my tippy toes trying to reach it, so I don't know if that's something we can just shave off.
Tippy toes.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes from usually
He
when
says
you
he's
pour
on
the
his
inserts,
tippy
you want your
toes.
legs you want to try to have them extended so that if you're going to use your left leg, you push down the clutch pedal, and if you use your right leg, you pour that insert with your seat down. This sounds like a situation.
All right, that's an
where
ugly
his
car
pedals
too,
went
by the
down
way.
when he poured his
The
insert, and now
Mava's
he's going to
car
push
is
the-
ugly.
The clutch pedal down, and that lip on the front of the seat is too high because he didn't leave his feet down when he poured the insert.
Can't get
That's
his
what I
leg
would guess.
extended. Yeah, it has to be. Bottom that seat lips up a little bit higher for some support, creating that.
Doesn't have those 18-way adjustable sports seats like in your 911, Clint.
No, absolutely. How many
Ross
ways?
Chastain,
18.
second
I'll tell you
fastest.
which way's
Busher,
fast
Bush.
is William Byron's way.
Look
This
at AJ
24 car,
Allmendinger now up there as well.
23:39 is his race trim speed he's falling off to, but that takeoff speed, Kevin, 22.64, that's getting it done.
Yeah, and sometimes that can be a little bit tricky. Racetrack is clean, concrete surface here. When it's clean, it's going to have some speed this morning. It's not going to lay a lot of rubber, I would say, because of the temperature. I'd say we'll see a lot of rubber on the racetrack tomorrow, and because these Goodyear tires will want to lay more rubber. But when this racetrack is clean, it has a lot of grip, especially for somebody like William that's confident in his car, not bottoming out, and how to drive the car fast right off the bat.
Byron
As you see,
Chastain
William going around
Allmendinger,
this
third
racetrack,
fastest.
Remember, this is a diffuser that you see on an
Byron's been out there
intermediate
11
style racetrack,
laps.
a mile-and-a-half
Look at
style.
Barry,
Not
he's
a
got 11
Bristol,
laps
not
as
short
well.
tracks. Actually, Bristol, we ran this same package, so doesn't surprise me a bit. Who do we see the top of the sheet? Back to Hendrick Motorsports, William Byron. Larry, what do you got?
Yeah, just talking about this weather, it's going to be significantly different tomorrow, and that's kind of the challenge. I know it's the same for everybody. Right now, it's in the high 50s, maybe a high of 60 today. Tomorrow's supposed to be in the high 70s, and this surface is so temperature sensitive. If you remember this race last year, the sun would come out, all of a sudden everybody would be loose. The sun would go in, the clouds would come out, everybody would be tight. So that's going to be a challenge to dial your
Come on,
car in for
Watermelon.
tomorrow with the weather they've got this
Gutsy
morning.
driver
Some
on a
adjustability
gutsy track.
put into it. That's what you're saying.
Monster Mile.
Well, the other thing is you have to get in a rhythm today, right? From a driver's standpoint, this is a rhythm racetrack. Get used to using that throttle through the center of the corner and lifting at the 3/4 mark, all the bumps and everything. Really, it's for the driver getting into a rhythm, and you got to qualify good. So you got to have a good practice
What's
session
up,
and be
Whitehead?
comfortable
What's
when you
going
go out to lay
on,
the line
man?
for
What's up,
qualifying.
bro? What's up, dude?
Carson Hocevar, second.
Welcome in.
fastest
Happy
on
Saturday
the
morning
best
to you.
consecutive 10-lap average. Second to William Byron, that is. And ahead of Josh Berry. 13 minutes to go in Group A practice on a chilly morning in Dover.
All right, appreciate y'all hanging out. Commercial break, as we always mute the commercials during the commercials. But this is Group A practice. The Group B will come up right after that. Stupid Roofer, good morning, sir. Thanks for popping in yesterday at the baseball stream. Thank you, sir, for that. But make sure you come in, hit that like button for us. It's an early Saturday morning. But we're trying to get to 100 likes on this stream. And then we'll see. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, what are you waiting on? You're missing out. We have a wonderful time here. Our chat is amazing. Our people are amazing. Our community is amazing. And this channel is amazing for NASCAR. So we release a vlog every Friday. It's a paint scheme race weekend preview of all of what's going on for that race weekend. And I did that this weekend. So make sure you do that. Go check that out. It's in our stream bot. I'll be telling you about it as well, but it is on our channel. So make sure you check that out. And then right after this, about an hour after this concludes, we're going to be bringing you the live coverage of the Bet Rivers 200, the Xfinity race today. And Brandon Jones is on the pole for that one. So, but don't worry. After this stream ends, whoever's in this chat will go automatically over there. So you won't even have to click on anything. So the stream will turn exactly right over to it. So you won't have to click on anything. So we'll definitely have the link in the message above, but it'll take you straight over there. So maybe what's going on? My TV product is all messed up. Dropped the race in the first stage last week. Oh, that sucks, man. Well, I'm glad you were right here, so you didn't have to worry about it. But thanks for putting this out there. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, maybe. We do it every week. NASCAR every week. Now, next week, y'all, just a note. No racing for CeeLo next week. There will be not a single race next week. We are taking the weekend off. And I know I said that before, but I won't show up on Sunday. I promise you that. We are definitely going to be gone all weekend long. So, but we'll be back. We'll be back for some more NASCAR the following week. But make sure you're here with us this weekend for sure. What driver is in the field today has the second most wins? Isn't it Truex? I'm not sure, Brownie. I know Jimmy Johnson's got 11 wins. Let's just look it up. Let's see. Let's ask my phone. Who has the most wins at Dover NASCAR? There are 8 former driver winners who have raced on Sunday, including Jimmy Johnson, who's had 11 victories. Who's the most wins at Dover? Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's name is all over it. Doesn't say who the second one is. Let's see. A commercial coming back. But Jimmy Johnson, he's in at 84. I don't think he's in this field.
William Byron, Ross Chastain, A.J. Allmendinger.
No, so he's in Group B.
Group A practice. Best 10 laps, Byron, Hamlin, Hocevar. Best 15 laps, Byron, Hocevar, Noah Gragson.
Byron
talking
is
about the bumpiness
the top,
of this racetrack.
but Denny's got 11.
Across the bumps, losing the rear. It's not harsh necessarily. It just feels like
JJ is running this week. Yes, he is.
It goes through. It just feel like getting a lot of travel.
This is Chris Buescher talking.
It was slowly getting worse.
Yeah, and that's really the biggest key to this racetrack is the entry to turn 3. There's 4 or 5 bumps as you go through there, Clinton. With this car, it's a lot more exaggerated than what it used to be. But as we go, and you can see the first part of the bumps right here with this camera view, as you go into the corner right here, the bumps kind of start right here, and then there's washboards in this part of the corner and a little further on beyond that camera, but as a driver, this surface is rough and reground in this section of turn 3. So you have these different surfaces, and with this surface, you feel the concrete cracks, you feel the patches, you feel the grind marks, you feel all the bumps that go with this racetrack. But
he's in the 20 car tonight.
Every single lap and every single corner, it makes you feel like something happened to the car or do something different. But that's where all the cars cross the back straighter right there with the 51 car. And
watch these tires right here squat as he gets these bumps right here. Boom, boom. See that squat in a tire? Every time that does that, if it bounces and gets on that on the ride limiter on the shot, it'll bottom that car out and spin that thing out every time.
Up and down on the front and the end.
That's what they're managing, that gap. You want that car as low as possible, but if it hits that ride limiter and it shocks that suspension into eternity, basically no suspension at all, and it'll
7 minutes left here in Group A.
You get through those bumps. This is
7 minutes left.
You wind up the racetrack or down the racetrack.
Yes. Last year, all Truex.
It'll keep the car.
It was a rain short. Didn't they run that on Monday?
This is
last year.
3 and 4. If your car's handling good, like Ross just went through there, you're low, and being able to be closer to the bottom, to hook that bottom of the corner like you used to do, and be low up off the exit of the corner. But you gas back up through the center of the corner, and you get to that 3/4 mark, you lift back out of the throttle, let the nose set, and then go right back to the throttle on the exit. But all the time is being able to be good into this corner right here into turn 3 over the bumps and stay as low as possible. But you do have the option to move up the racetrack and start diamonding the corner.
7 minutes left here in Group A.
Yeah, right. You do not take a breath here. This is a place that you know it's going to be a long day. Your head's going to be sore. You're going to have a headache. Your back's going to be sore. Your butt's going to be sore. Your feet are going to be sore because it's going to beat you up pretty good throughout the day.
Well, that's the uniqueness of this racetrack, and it's because of the banking. Just like you said, when you hook that bottom, and really even if you don't hook the bottom, you throttle through the center of the corner so much more here, and when you do that, you have to lift at that 3/4 mark, let the front end catch back up to the rear, get the thing rotated, so you can throttle up off the corner in a straight manner. A lot like probably the only other track that's like that would be Darlington. Larry?
Yeah, this is a
AJ,
one-mile racetrack.
He's going to do good qualifying. He's in that 16 car this week.
Down in those
so many different drivers in that 16 car. And I love the paint scheme on the 23 with the shark tooth on the front of the car, just like the old military airplanes.
Remember, you're in the corner for a very long time. Of course, a G, they're feeling 3 times their body weight.
Yeah, and like we said earlier in the show, this is really the place that I think you feel it as much as anywhere.
So John Hunter Nemechek's got 20 laps out there. Gregson as well, the most so far.
Compressing down into that banking and right back into the throttle. And those vertical G's that Larry is talking about.
It's like Suarez and Dillon didn't do anything yet.
Or lateral G's pinned you against the side of the seat and makes for a long day on your shoulder and your head. So
800 times,
yeah, you got to do it 800 times.
No, he has not. He's in Group B.
5.5 to go in Group A practice at Dover.
All right, so 5 minutes left. We'll have commercial break. But appreciate everybody being here. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. If you haven't hit that like button for us. Thoughts on Noah? Hey, he had a good run last week. Finished in the top 5. I think he's grown up a little bit. I think getting cut from the other car has really woke him up from the 42, and I think it's really woke him up a little bit, and I think he's growing up. Same with Ty Gibbs. Like Ty Gibbs, when he first came in to the NASCAR Cup Series, he was a hot rod, hot head. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, all he knows how to do is dump somebody to win. I think he's really matured a lot this year. And he's looking for his win, looking for that first win, you know, so we'll see what happens. Oh, I don't know why it has him, Bronny, I don't know why he has him on the list here. Maybe someone messed up, I guess. Oh, there's Ty Gibbs as well. I guess maybe they put him in there wrong. Yeah, I guess all this stuff is entered manually, possibly, and someone just screwed up. I don't know. What does it say in the description below for Group B? I have it on the description. Let's see what it says. Yeah, I guess they just put him in the wrong number because they got Ty Gibbs in Group B. So, we just added. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Gregson. I think he's a good driver. Like I said, he finished 5th last week at Talladega. Of course, that was a big one there, so he could have moved up a little bit from the big one. Ty will get one. That's right. Our good friend Eric Church. That's his boy. That's his boy. Just waiting on a commercial break to come back. Then again, he did wreck at Texas. Yeah. Jeffrey, go Martin Truex. Welcome in, Jeffrey. Good morning, Saturday. So happy Saturday morning there, Jeffrey. Appreciate you being here as well. These guys right here are the paint schemes we have for this week. Right here, y'all. Well, that green screen just messing up right there. It's reacted to my white hoodie. But the paint schemes of this week are on our cars here. And we have our memberships as well. So if you want to become a member, those emojis are ready for you for this weekend.
Hunter Nemechek, Kyle Busch, Harrison Burton, all 20 laps.
2 minutes left here in Group A.
Matt Kenseth, the
good morning, and yes, go MTJ. What's up, Dean? What's going on?
He actually told me his role is eye candy. But aside from that, Matt, good to see
Matt
you
Kenseth.
You made your first official start in Cup here at Dover, finished 6th, by the way. What do you remember about that day and making it here at all racetracks that you could start?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I'm really here because I thought they were going to let me drive. I came in with my helmet, and they looked at me like I was crazy. They said I couldn't drive, so I just grabbed the radio. But, yeah, seriously, I told Cory the pressure's on for him making his first start here. So it was a great day for me. I remember that race like it was yesterday.
Cory Heim, 14th fastest so far.
Glad to be here. I sort of wish I was driving, but glad to be here, and hopefully I can help these guys out a little bit.
How's the young guy, Cory Heim, doing so far, his feedback and such?
He looks really good. Yeah, he looks really good. I think Cory's a natural. I haven't seen him race a ton, but obviously we wish Eric was in the car and hopefully back in the car soon. But I think Cory will do a good job.
Thanks, Matt.
Yep.
Now that guy right there is a racer. He has run the Tokyo, Boston, Berlin, Chicago, and New York marathons.
Yeah, when you say run, you mean run.
Yeah.
He's also run the Daytona 500.
Had a run in with those tires right there.
He's also run in the tires
That's
here.
a run in.
I'll never forget that day. Couldn't believe it. Out of all people, him.
So if y'all don't know,
watching our feed
Kenseth.
Why, as everybody else
Kenseth was
reacts.
brought in to Legacy
Sorry,
Motor
Matt.
Club
But come
to
on,
be
guys. Don't
an
you have a victory lane
influencer
shot
to
on that we can
Gregson
put up there?
and John Hunter Nemechek.
And of course, no pressure, Corey. But
Cory
you're the
Heim
48th driver to drive
is in here.
the iconic Richard Petty number 43 in the Cup
No,
Series
I mean, I'm sorry.
history. And this
Eric
week,
Jones
it's the
and
car. It's the
John
car
Hunter
everybody
Nemechek,
remembers
not
from Richard
Nora Gregson. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure. You know, I think Cory Heim is he's going to be a good candidate to be a good prospect he's a great prospect in this sport to be successful at this level. So a lot to process for him right now.
27 seconds
well,
left
Jamie,
in
if you're
Group
still here,
A.
Matt Kenseth, ask him to watch the monitor.
T-Van.
In 20 seconds when this practice ends, we'll give you a highlight.
What's up, T-Van? What's up, CeeLo? How we keep on that hat on you full time?
Right here, and that's Brad Keselowski.
I don't know about that.
You can really watch his head. You can watch him get taller and shorter as he gets into the corners.
Keselowski out there.
He's coming in the
pits.
8th fastest.
Let's clean this up a little bit,
It's
guys.
Cory
William
Heim,
Byron,
though,
obviously, at the top of the
14th
sheet, but I did
fastest.
Just at the top of your pylon. It's best
First time in that ride.
10 and 15 laps, still pretty sporty. Denny Hamlin, Carson Hocevar.
What's up, Dallas? Good
Pretty
morning.
impressive there.
All right, time for a good PR moment because Matt Kenseth has had quite a bit of success here. There he is in that Roush number 17. Oh, making it happen.
Show off.
Checker flag. And the big champagne spray.
Maybe Matt Kenseth
So, Matt,
is the
how'd you like
second
that one?
most winner
Better?
here. Good morning. What's up, Sydney? What's going on? I want some cookies.
Well, that's okay. I hope he knows we put up the victory shot, too.
Yeah, well, Matt's one of our sports great drivers that ever came through, and he deserves all the credit that he gets for winning all those races. And very good here.
All right. So like I said, Matt Kenseth was brought in as an advisor to their young drivers to kind of help Legacy Motor Club achieve some more victories, get more better in their racing and all that. So Matt Kenseth is with the Legacy Motor Club. So appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much for early morning here hanging out with us. Paul says, hit the like. I was number 40. Thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate that. We're trying to get to 100 likes, y'all, for a qualifying practice stream, as we always do. And I have all faith in the world that you guys can get it done for us. So appreciate that. And then coming up right after this, y'all, we're going to be doing the Xfinity race about an hour after that. And I'm have it redirected. I'm going to have it redirected. So you're not going to do anything. You're just going to take you straight there. And you'll have to just hang out and wait for me. But, I mean, you guys can go watch something else. But if you choose not to and you don't want to worry about that, you don't want to lose your spot, you can just go look at the YouTube's going to send you right over there to it. So, and we'll have it up and ready to go. And I'll come in there and I'll change all the emojis for the Xfinity race. And for you members, you'll have all that good stuff. We'll have some in-car cameras today, hopefully. Last week at Talladega, we had about 5 or 6 to watch. So we'll have that to do today and should be fun. And then CeeLo's going to take the rest of the day off after that. We got some stuff going on this afternoon. And then tomorrow we'll be back for flag-to-flag coverage of the Wurth 400. And we're looking forward to hanging out with y'all on a Sunday afternoon. I think the starts at 1:30, so probably 1 o'clock we'll be live Central. 1 o'clock Central or 12 o'clock Central. We'll be live here on the channel. But that stream won't be up till later on tonight, but we'll have that up for you tomorrow as well. So hope everybody's doing well. Good morning. Happy Saturday morning, everybody. Bumblebee, what's up? What's going on? I'm just here to make sure T-Van and Roofer behave. Oh, I know it, Bumblebee. There's V. What's up, dude? Rest of day denied, slacker. Yes, sir. Taking the day off. Taking the day off for sure. So we're in Group B now, and it should change over here in just a second. It should definitely change over here. The rest of the day denied. So we'll see. CeeLo, you lost all. It's in a commercial break right now. It's commercial break. Commercial break. We'll bring it back here in just a second. You can't hear me? Make sure your audio's up because I show I'm talking. Yeah, I'm good. Make sure your audio's on. No, they just added Group B to Group A. Oh, that's right. I forget about that all the time. I forget. That's right. So we'll have to, as they add them up here, we'll bring them in. That's right. I don't know why they do that. Cancel the rest of the day off for CeeLo. Dallas CeeLo's going to be drinking iced tea in his hot tub. There you go. Bologna burger. Yeah, there you go. What's going on, y'all? Stupid Roofer always bringing his boys. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We'll be right back after this commercial break, it says. So we'll see. Yeah, it's the only thing I don't like. They don't add. So we'll leave it up here as they add more folks. Austin Dillon, Ty Gibbs, Christopher Bell, Chase Briscoe, Daniel Suarez for Group B.
Delaware.
The Monster
Let's
Mile.
find out how this week's rookie driver did. Jamie.
Cory Heim, first time ever sitting in one of these
White
race
Castle
cars.
burgers.
First impression of driving a cup car, Cory.
It's just so much different. Definitely a lot of fun, a lot of grip. Definitely found my limit there within about 10 laps. Had a pretty big moment, 1 and 2. So just trying to find my limits, and with these 20-minute
Cory
practices,
Heim.
it's pretty tough to just find that limit with the limited
And
amount
that
of time
43
we have.
this week.
Just super thankful for Legacy Motor Club having me on with these unfortunate circumstances with Eric. Just want to do the best I can for this 43 group until he's back home. So, certainly learned a lot in that 20-minute span. I feel like I would have benefited from a little bit more practice, but time to go out and make a fast lap.
As a backup driver, you've done a lot of simulation. How does simulation, all the data that you've been learning over these last few months, compare to the real thing?
It's getting there. I think this race for me within Legacy Motor Club will be very beneficial for them, just so I can actually have a real field to compare for them during the week going forward. But it's tough to compare virtual to reality. But
It's not doing well, is he, Brody?
As close as possible, and it's helped me kind of get to speed a little faster today.
All right, good luck in qualifying.
Thank you.
Well, he did just fine. His fastest lap was within 1/100th of a second of his teammates.
STP.
John Hunter Nemechek. And here are a couple of stars talking about Cory Heim.
I feel like that Cory Heim's really good. I feel like he's really, really strong in the truck stuff. Even when he gets in the Xfinity cars, he runs super competitive. And I don't believe like he's got, the funding and the resources that like the JGR cars have.
I think Cory Heim's doing a good job. I think he has a good approach, good mindset. He races clean, but races hard.
Cory Heim love
gets
day.
the positions he needs to, but doesn't make a lot of mistakes.
Well, that says a lot coming from those guys that drive these cars and watch these races. And I think it's pretty well known that Cory Heim is a good prospect and has the potential to be successful in Cup and is not far from being ready.
Well, I mean, he's up to the plate, right? He got his opportunity here, first shot in the Cup. You hear peers
Cory Heim
like
from
the
Marietta,
likes of
Georgia.
Larson that races all over
Georgia.
the place, Byron, all these guys. Everybody knows he's the next one up to bat. The key is putting him in the
75
right
years of
place.
racing for
in
Petty
these
on
types
that
of
Petty
moments
car,
are
man. That
what
looks so good.
introduce new
Has it
drivers
popped up
when
here
those
yet? I haven't paid
opportunities
attention.
Pop up of somebody's
Is it
injury
here
or
yet?
something happens, and
It's
gotta be.
And here we
Whatever
are.
the case may be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Group B getting ready to run their 20-minute practice session. Later today on Fox, an NL showdown as Paul Goldschmidt leads the Cardinals against Pete Alonso and the Mets. Or you'll watch the Reds battle the Rangers today at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific on Fox. Check your local listings.
All right, commercial. Group B, going to start here pretty soon. But as always, they add them to Group A, so we never really know who's in Group B. You have to watch for the lower lapped people. But let's go. Come on. I think Burton will never get that 100th win bring back DeBetto and at least put in a new young prospect to Cup. Bronny said, even with the Wood brothers passing the torch to their grandson, Burton is still doing awful. Bologna Burger Invasion. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate you being here. We'll be bringing the live audio here and back here in just a second. Hocevar, Gibbs, Carruth are the wave of the future. Yeah, Hocevar definitely. Gibbs for sure. Carruth, yeah, possibly. I think the 2-car Cup team dream would be Heim, Time, and Jesse Lowe. Wow, wouldn't that be something, those two together? Curtis Joseph, good morning, sir. Up late last night watching hockey, and now here with NASCAR. Awesome. Appreciate you being here, buddy. Bumblebee says Chase Briscoe could opt out and go to the 21 next year. And there's a lot of talk about the Stewart-Haas. What's going to happen to the Stewart-Haas is, are they going to go away? What's going to happen? There was a lot of rumors that 2311 was going to buy the charter. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I don't think anything's going to happen, though, anywhere anytime soon. So we're just waiting on Group B to start going. We only have a couple drivers on the list so far, but here is your lineup for Group A. William Byron, Chastain, Allmendinger, Buescher were your top 4 fastest. We'll see if anybody in Group A can make a difference too. So what's up, Lee? What's going on? How are you doing? Good morning. Happy Saturday morning to every single one of y'all. Welcome in to our practice stream, and then we'll be qualifying right after this. And we'll take Group A, the top 5 quickest in Group A, the top 5 quickest in Group B. We'll move on to round 2, and the top 10 will qualify for the pole. And 6 through 19 will go on the outside line on Group A, and 6 through 18, or whatever, how they split it up, will go on the inside line. So, should be fun here at Dover today. And they can wreck some cars here at Dover, so this should be interesting. High speeds. ATF says, I heard Joey Logano has God. You said that last week. ATF. You said that last week. You got the inside scoop. Gotcha.
Self-cleaning racetrack with that banking like that, they're going to shoot down, hit that inside wall, and when they do, more than likely they're going to bounce right back up.
Thank you for the subscribes.
Well, let's talk to the fastest guy in Group A practice, Jamie.
Yeah, seemed like
those Fords are dialed in.
Fastest on the board there, but I know you guys made some adjustments. Yeah. What did you need, and what were you guys working on there?
Yeah, really just trying to understand pit
Byron,
entry,
you see those 24s? Any Byron fans out there?
How much I can get in the box and all those things. So always good to check those boxes. But yeah, our car, feels good. It's a morning practice here at Dover. Track temp's really low. There's no rubber on the racetrack, so obviously you're going to see some tire wear, and all that stuff will get better hopefully in the race and be fine. So just trying to understand what our balance is, compared to sim. We all spend all week. These guys spend all week on sim, trying to figure out what the car is going to do, and then you show up here and it might be a little bit different. So I think we're in a reasonable place, and just trying to understand, kind of the contribution of load here and what does to the car. The pace is really high.
One day you'll get a victory. One day.
A lot of reason for some of your issues balance-wise, but excited for the race. It's
someday a Ford will win for you.
All my family's here.
One day.
Side of the family, they grew up in Maryland, so they always come to this race every year, and it's exciting, and hopefully get a win for them because they come every
Reddick
year.
Won last week.
Usually, we haven't won so far, so that would
your
be nice.
Favorite Gibbs as well.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You mentioned tire wear, 17 laps in practice. He pulled this off. This is the right front. You see the cording right here. Obviously, the pace will slow down tomorrow. It's going to be a lot warmer, but they're talking about that excessive tire wear in this first practice session.
Let's get some insight on that from Larry Mack.
Yeah, Mike, this is the same Goodyear tire combination we ran here a year ago, and we saw the very same thing in practice last year. But to Jamie's point, it will get better. You've got to get to where you can split these stages in a third, run about 60 to 65 laps. But if your balance is off, Joey Logano was cording tires last year in the race faster than they can change them. Kevin, I think you corded a tire about a lap and a half before the end of stage 2. The balance has to be good to keep from cording those tires.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but that looks a lot like Bristol to me.
Yes. Well, chilly day. High 50s right now, 80-degree temperatures tomorrow. We've got a brief hold here. This track has no tunnel. As you know, we're close to the Atlantic Ocean, and if you dig a tunnel, you're going to have a pond here at Dover. So they had to open the gates to let an ambulance leave the facility and now get everything buttoned back up again before they release the Group B cars.
Yeah, and
there you go. That's why we're having a delay
on the tires. I do think that is
so
the wear is
note to self:
better.
if you have hot pit passes for Dover,
cars here yesterday.
You're not getting out to go sit back down.
There'll be an Xfinity race, and
you're
a lot
stuck.
Of times you just want
till after the race is over.
Grinds to get some of that rubber put into the racetrack, but as William
Byron it is sick of the Hendricks. I can't wait until Chevy has a new car so they can struggle a bit. Jesse says.
So drastic difference in temperature tomorrow.
Now, while we have a second here, speaking of tires, it was announced this week that there will be an option tire for the All-Star race that you will have to start the race on. A softer tire with the rubber compound that's been used in the wet weather tire. So the tire will be fast, but it'll fall off and wear quickly. And you're going to have options of running the yellow letter standard tire.
Matty, let me know when you start uploading, dude. We'll get your word out there for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the option name. It's a hard and a soft tire is what it is.
Okay.
Soft tires go fast.
So no rubber on the track, making the tires go down. Go BK. There you go, Jesse.
Put them hard ones on. Probably going to be harder to stay in the front. It is simple as that.
Almost last week, bet Jesse. Almost last week. So close.
It would be fun to watch.
So close last week.
You know what would be terrible?
What?
Is if you didn't have an opinion.
I have an opinion.
That would be terrible.
Well, what's an option tire, Kevin? It's an option tire that you have to run.
Those two, I love them in the booth. I mean, their banter between each other is awesome. Chevy is doomed. Those Fords are coming. Hit the like. Thank you so much, Curtis. Stupid Rover just waiting. One day the Fords will win.
I said an option tire that we're going
I know, dude. So close, bro.
How is that an option?
I feel like option. That kind of sounds like jumbo shrimp.
All right, here we go. Group B. Let's go.
Put him in a headlock.
Is that
right
you?
Now and choke him.
So you're agreeing with me?
All right, so here's all the Group B. They'll probably add some more as well. So,
Jimmy Johnson
Group B drivers.
Here's his radio.
Yeah, man, I'm hearing a lot of cord right fronts down there, up here.
It looks like about 20 laps. That's what I said. We'll probably, if he runs, we'll quit at 15 and just take a look at everything.
Yeah, copy.
So that's kind of in concert with what happened.
Ford right in front, right now.
Driver in Group A ran.
Let's get to 100 likes. Thank you guys so much.
Laps. That was Noah Gragson. Everybody else was in that 15 to 18 lap range.
It's so weird looking at Jimmy Johnson driving a car with a Toyota logo on it.
That's just, it's weird to see him back on the racetrack for me, but hey.
Ang, good morning. Welcome in, Ang. Appreciate you being here. Happy Saturday morning, y'all.
Anything can turn a race, something around for a career or for a new career, I guess you're going to call it.
Jimmy Johnson in that $84 Dollar Tree Camry.
Jamie?
No, Family Dollar. Sorry.
On board. So smooth. Was the car feeling as good as it looked?
There's Brett Keselowski.
Yeah, it's car's really free, Jamie, but really fast. Submarines.com Ford Mustang. It's got what I think it's going to take to run well tomorrow. But it takes something a little different to run well today. So you're always trying to kind of work between the differences with my crew chief here, Matt McCall. So Leo Johnson's here, and I think we'll have a shot at the ball.
All right, and good news for him. His tires look really good too, Mike.
Yeah. Well, we commented during the break on just how smooth his ride was into turn 3 over the bumps and everything that Brad had going on. He talked about being free. You want to have the
I like that Tyler Reddick McDonald's car. It looks pretty good.
Detrimental to your speed in the race because in traffic the car is going to tighten up. But today,
Tyler Reddick. This one here looks good too. I like that in the front.
To qualify well to have a good day here.
Going back to Bristol.
Yeah, he did, JT. Lee, I see you there, my friend. Appreciate you being here too. Chen. Charkzilla, what's up?
Seeing all those marbles on top of the racetrack, it's just not going
down. Big Dale was a Braves fan. There you go.
It's interesting to see when it's way hotter tomorrow, if that's actually going down on the racetrack or just cheese grating off and laying on top of it. I promise you, they're hoping of the
Jimmy
ladder.
Johnson, 47th fastest.
Drivers in Group B, of course, in white. Drivers in Group A in yellow as Ryan Blaney blasts off a heater.
Look at there, boys. Jimmy Johnson ran a good lap early in practice, which to me is always a good sign.
Joey Logano, 13th first fastest in Group B here.
Texas, so he's been in the car, got a little bit of, a couple races that are close to each other to have some not being out of the seat time and having to get used to the speed again. So I love these onboard cameras here because these drivers they work and get beat up so bad that TV doesn't really do it justice.
Here's Jimmy you're talking about. Hey, we said it. If there's ever a track that can get it turned back around for him, this has been his playground over the years. Already jumps right up to 5th on the board, holding a pretty wheel. This is the Jimmy Johnson that we know.
You just got to be...
I don't see him.
Be smart
wow, Jimmy Johnson. Yeah, look at these guys. Blaney, baby.
Don't try to force anything.
The Blaney fix is in.
Texas and have the thing get out from underneath.
They heard CeeLo was wearing a 12 hat this weekend.
Like I think the most important thing is he's run 2. This will be the second race out of the last 3 weeks that he's been in the car.
Blaney, Tyler Reddick, Chase Briscoe, the ones with lesser laps is Group B.
12 car as it came up out of turn 2 right there. You see the nose pop up, and that really shows you how it comes up into the
fastest here, Blaney.
Straightaway from the hole out of the corner when it pops up out of turn 2. Watch this nose.
Did he win tomorrow? We'll see. Blaney.
Blaney's run 7 laps in the lap times of.
Hope he gets a top 15. Gregson?
Just about a second.
I think he was Group A.
His early laps. Look at Kyle Larson, Kaz Grala just ahead.
He's 34th fastest.
So we watch Kyle Larson. This will be the most difficult part about the day is how my car handles in traffic and who can maneuver the best. See that car bounce as it gets to the very late part of the corner and ratchets up into that banking of the straightaway where it
Jimmy! What's up, Jeremiah? Good morning. It's happy Saturday morning.
Here, like Clint talked, throttle up through the center of the corner all the way through that middle third of the corner. Such a different driving style than anywhere else that we go.
I sure as heck wouldn't want Jimmy Johnson in my mirror.
2018.
Chasing win number 84 in the 84.
He's won the pole for 3 of our last 4 races. Didn't get to qualify last week because of a turn 2 car on the wall.
Oh no. Who is it? Oh, Zane Smith.
Hard into the wall.
Well, that blue tire or what, but no indication.
Car just spun and took off and climbed the hill and it hit it hard. It's only run 10 laps, Larry tells us.
Zane Smith.
Right rear is down. And the Monster gets its first of the Cup Series weekend.
Monster
Mach. See that stripe on the tread pattern of those rears as it was going away. Like we saw in that early group.
He's down there watching. He's down there. He's watching. All right, so at 71, Zane Smith. He was 24th fastest, right along with his teammate Carson Hocevar. 23rd and 24th. Rising Rhino, what's going on, man? What's up, dude? Appreciate you being here. Bumblebee says, seeing that, I sure hope the rapid fire fall off doesn't lead to a crash fest. We'll see what happens. But good to see Rising Rhino in here. Good to see you, buddy. Make sure you check out my man Rising Rhino. He does all cool stuff. Hockey, Canadian football, XFL, ice skating. He does it all. Showing some love. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, the race is on FS1. All the races are on FS1 this week. Thank you so much, Rising Rhino, for that like. Power of Wurth is carrying Blaney to the top. I'm telling you. Practice. So the fix is in for the Fords, I think. I'm just saying. The fix is in for the Fords this week, I think. Blaney with the sponsor. He's fastest in practice. CeeLo's wearing the hat. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, we're going to the West Coast, right? Going to Seattle and then LA. I will not be doing the LA games because I'll be out of town. I wish I could, but it is what it is. Plenty of games to come. We'll get them again when they come to Truist. I'm so excited seeing Jimmy this fast, even 48 years old. Ironic, isn't it? I know. It's always a party with the race fans. That's right. We like to have a good time. Keep on hitting the like button, trying to get to 100 likes, y'all. 100 likes on this Saturday morning early qualifying stream. 84 likes. We're almost there. Keep hitting that like button. Skip. McDowell got some speed again this week. Yeah, he does. He always qualifies well. Always does a good job. You put your stuff in the crock pot. You ready to eat? Eat some good grub later on. Waiting on it to come back, yo. See what happened. Said he blew a tire. Thank you, Stupid Roof, for dropping that for us. Said he blew a tire. Wreckfest. Could it be a Wreckfest in Dover this week? Wreck some cars. Jimmy won the 2006 Daytona 500. That was the day I was born. I was destined to be a fan of his, Jeremiah says. There you go. The 2006 Daytona 500. 2006. What a year. So we'll find out what happened here. Maybe they'll interview Zane Smith, maybe.
Zane Smith talking to NASCAR safety official David Green and looking over the damage. This is his first Cup start at Dover. He does have a Truck Series win here. And apparently right side tire went down and the car just spun and climbed up into the turn 2 wall.
Yeah, I heard him
the
on the radio
monster
say
got
that
him.
he cut a tire or something. I mean, both right side tires were definitely down. Obviously, that's what the case was.
Yeah, regardless of
bad deal, right?
Bad situation.
Best finish of the season 2 weeks ago. At
Chase
Texas
Elliott first.
And at Talladega, where 6 drivers got their best top 10
Reddick
finish
finished
of the
third
year.
last week.
33 different drivers have scored a top 10. Most since 2013.
Doesn't surprise me
It
about
was earlier.
Talladega. Always opportunities.
I'm not allowed to wear any Denny
show
stuff,
up at a track like Talladega. We covered that going into that race. This is an opportune track. Look at Ford. Yet to win, and coming off of turn 4, it was theirs to lose, and unfortunately that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, we saw a lot of cars get through that wreck. A lot of cars didn't get through that wreck. It definitely mixed the finishing order up, but
both right side tires hit the pace car. That's right. What's up, Jake? Good morning. Clarkzilla.
All right, cleanup continues.
Sharkzilla, sorry. Another wear race. Let's go.
2.
All right, another commercial. So we're just waiting on the Group B practice. You're welcome, man. Trying something new, so it just redirects. Kind of gets hard for people to just go somewhere. So I don't know if you know about this, but YouTube has a redirect option in your customization on your YouTube studio, and it's down at the bottom, and you can hit add direct. Now, a lot of people might not have it on, but if the people have it on, it's going to show all your subscribers, or you can search for people as well, and it'll tell you all the streams that are available where you can send all your people to that. So like tonight, after this stream's over, I have it redirected to go to my next stream, which is going to be on an hour after this one. So nobody will have to touch anything. They just go automatically over there. So if you're doing back-to-back games, Rhino, you can redirect to the next stream, so they can just go there and wait for you to go live. So something new. It's not new. It's been happening for a while. I just found out about it and learned how to do it. So it kind of helps people. They don't have to worry about clicking stuff, go have to back out, because sometimes if they don't subscribe, they're not going to find you again. So it goes back in there. So something new. It's in your YouTube studio under the stream, and then go to customization, and it's at the very bottom. It says redirect, and you can click on that and add whatever stream you want it to write. So as soon as I hit end, it will. It doesn't do it like automatically, but it goes right into it. So. Yeah, so coming up, what's your favorite MLB team? Jeremiah, it's the Braves. We do MLB Braves here on our channel, Atlanta Braves. Play-by-play, we have a 3D. If you have not seen our 3D, we did one last night. It's 3D off of MLB.com, and it's a paid subscription that I pay to use it, and it's amazing. So you guys got to check that out. It's MLB in 3D, so it's pretty cool. So maybe he says Xfinity would be more fun for Jimmy Johnson. We'll see. One more like the 90. Yes, we're almost there, guys. One more like the 90. There's the 43 car. It was there for just a second. That's Junior's thing. Maybe he'll come to Cup. I don't think he'll ever come to Cup. Too expensive. Yeah, that's what he's always said. Yeah, that is amazing. I found it again last week. Lost it for months. Don't know how to find it. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So that's what we'll be doing today. As soon as this ends, we'll send everybody that's here still over there. Kelly says, I was 90. I'm talking about Junior being in Xfinity. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sorry. But keep hitting that like button, trying to get to 100 likes. See if it gets more folks in here on an Xfinity stream on an early Saturday morning.
Practice has resumed. 12.5 minutes to go. Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick fastest. Now in Group A, only one driver ran 20 consecutive laps in Group A. He's with Jamie.
And that would be Noah Grayson, who, by the way, coming off his best career finish of third at Talladega. He had 20 consecutive laps. How was the car, and any concern for tire wear?
Yeah, it took me a little bit to get up to speed.
You would think that they would drown the noise out so you can actually hear them.
The roughness of the bumps seem like they're pretty rough, at least for me last year, but our Willis car drove really good out there. Just working up to it.
And he's doing that with no headset.
We stayed on the racetrack. We didn't pay for any adjustments, so 21 laps on tires, 40 on the right front tires. So, there's a lot of marbles up there on the top lane, through the corner, and on the bottom, down the straightaway. So that's kind of similar to how Bristol was a little bit. I don't know what it's going to be like tomorrow.
Are you Jeremiah?
Was really good on the long run. Just took a little bit for me to
Are you having fun with Dansby? He's breaking numbers up there, Andy. Who? Matty F, right? Who?
Thanks,
Who?
Jamie. Chase Briscoe, third fastest in
Man, it was
Group
loud.
B with a
And
lap
he's
of
doing that. He didn't have a headset on or
22.71.
nothing. Like, just sitting there like it's nothing.
With his fast lap of 22.71.
It is picking up
Blaney's
McDonald's.
22.57.
It is. Picking up Happy Meals for everybody. Or chicken nuggies.
This shot right here I like. You know, it really allows you to.
So Blaney, Reddick are the fastest in Group B qualifying.
Right here, I'll show you with the telestrator right here. Right when they come across this bump, you see the nose pop up on the car, and that really gives you a good idea of how it just pops up out of the corner up onto that straightaway. That's about 8 feet higher than the center of the corner.
But close to the wall.
Saw Chase Briscoe's car do it a lot.
Well, you have to be careful. Don't get too high, because if you do, it hits that bump you say, pops that up, picks up an arrow push, and you'll get yourself into the wall. Very easy to do, especially off
Ty
the
Gibbs.
And in qualifying, it becomes really easy to do because you have to commit to the throttle, which
Where's
is what
Ty
these
Gibbs,
guys are preparing
17th
for the
fastest.
most.
He's
Today's
above
qualifying
the.
session after these practices, you want to get into
Yeah,
a
he
rhythm and
is.
do all these things.
It's like
but
he.
really everything with the car and the setup and the pace is going to be decided tonight.
What's up with
the
that?
drivers, crew chiefs, engineers, because it's going to be a lot different tomorrow. being so much
21st
hotter.
fastest,
And up the
18
bottom of the
laps.
outside wall right there.
Him and
Drivers
Bowman.
asked the track to paint
20
a black
seconds
stripe at
for
the bottom
Bowman.
of the wall, because on a bright sunny day, it's hard to tell that white concrete from the white of the wall. And
Chicken
know
nuggets
where
with
the
hot
limit
mustard.
is.
Well, it just gives you a lot better reference to have that stripe on the bottom of the wall to break up the bottom of the fence and the concrete on
him
the
and
racetrack.
Bowman, Peter.
So that line is definitely there for reference for the drivers.
Because it's coming at you at a high rate. You are covering some ground pretty quick at this place. And that thing takes off in a push, you are in trouble.
And you know from driving this racetrack, Clint, as you run this race, it feels like it gets shorter. Your belt, so you just kind of sink into the seat as the day goes, and you know,
not kind of, you do.
Yeah, your head bounces off the headrest, especially in these cars.
That's what happens to your stomach after you eat a burger from McDonald's. You have pain
all day from holding them open and not blinking, and it's just rough because of all the.
Blaney's still fastest here.
And everything
because I'm wearing the 12 hat.
With the
Blaney knew.
And as far as the ride quality, so it's a
I only
tough
root for
day
winners.
the drivers.
Saw Jimmy riding along with him. He's
Blaney Reddick, Byron Briscoe, Jimmy Johnson in that number 5th spot.
Got an adjustment because he almost turned that thing around getting into 3. Shot way up the racetrack, got in the marbles.
Now, watch Ryan Blaney here. Drivers are
I
also
bet it does,
practicing
Bumblebee.
their entrance to pit road.
That's not going to work.
No, that'd be a penalty.
This is the time to practice it, though. That's why they call it practice.
I'm talking about practice.
This is last year. See Harrison Burton. This pit road is really narrow. We see a lot of, well, we've seen a lot of that this year, just mistakes in general from the teams because the pit stops are so fast. But
so is it removing a tire from your pit stall if it rolls right back to the tire stack behind the wall and before anybody touches it?
That was unique. I've never seen that actually happen.
Larson's
before,
in the pits working on his car, Peter. So they got the hood up on that one.
How hard it is to get onto pit road right here. You really
What's
want to
up, David Thomas? Good to see you.
You're going to downshift a few times down to 2nd gear. And
you want
try
to stay on the racetrack.
Who wants a Rhino burger? There you go.
That asphalt is very slick down there. Stay on the concrete
That's right,
as long
that's
as
funny.
possible. Right at the last minute, dip back and get down on there. Probably, you know, obviously, here's the reference points, 3, 2, 1. Those are reference points as far as braking.
And you'll brake right over here at this sign. That's the bridge right there. Is where the braking point is with this car, and you'll, like Clint said, you'll stay on the racetrack, and you get onto pit road here. It is very, very slow compared to most pit road speeds with the way that everything works out at this racetrack. It's a slow speed, so you're lugging the motor really easy to speed because if you touch the throttle, it lunges forward with how low the RPM is. So it's a very difficult pit road speed to navigate because of where it is in the RPM range. Very difficult to get onto pit road at a high rate of speed under green.
And don't forget, if it's a green flag stop, that means your tires are wore out, your brakes are hot, everything's very, very used up
Bumblebee,
right at that point. So,
and with the way that
someone
the
was
tire
looking out
wear
for
is,
you, buddy.
Like I feel like
I'm a pirate. What's up? What's up, man? Go forward, he says.
Yeah, because of nobody wants to blow a tire. At Bristol,
you'll take Blaney over Denny any day
because the speed's got so slow.
That's funny.
And not worried about spinning out or.
The point is everything's wore out.
Yeah.
You have to if those marker points and your spot, your lifting zones and your braking, you better back it up again to be safe, especially that first time. Better to be safe than sorry, especially here.
Chase Elliott, 3rd fastest individual lap.
They're not going to either. That's not worth anything to them.
He is 6th on the best 6th overall on the best consecutive 10-lap chart.
Chase 8th fastest over everybody. Any 9 fans out there?
A lot of rubber on
Let me see my 9s. Where's my 9s
Get
at?
down in that racetrack and start.
Where's Billy
these cracks
Bones?
and grooves that you spoke of, Kevin. If not, this is pretty reminiscent of what we saw at Bristol so far. Temperature, I think, should play a lot of role.
Super River, no.
This really gives you a great indication of when they are coming down the front straightaway, and as they just roll off into turn 1 down into the corner, it really gives you a good view of how far down the hill you have to go once you turn in.
I might be a 9 for T5.
You see this this little piece right here it's a nice little ridge. It's like a hill that you go over.
Prayers for you, Kelly. Prayers for you, buddy.
Drive past the hill or let off before the hill. I don't know about what your theory was, Clint.
Before it.
Yeah.
Let's have Kyle Busch. Corey, what's going on?
The unique part about
the
this
8s.
car, you make a lot
Any
of speed
rowdy
here,
friends out
the
here?
speed that you carry into the corner. It's almost okay to overdrive the corners with this particular
Any
car
rowdies?
A little bit more drag, a little slower down
Is
the
any
straightaway
rowdies
than what the
in
old
the
cars
chat?
used to be. And in qualifying, these guys will drive in and probably push up the racetrack, but the speed will be made by how far you go in the corner and who can get that car rotated first.
Michael McDowell coming into the pits for adjustment. A lap or so ago, Jimmy Johnson gets loose here.
Oh, you see his hands.
Yeah,
Jimmy John's like
moving. I think that's in turn 3. That's what I saw earlier.
Dollar Tree, Family Dollar. All he's missing is
starts getting in all these marbles. Look at the marbles.
Dollar General in his car.
That's what'll get you in trouble.
Yeah, and as the tires start to wear on these cars, we've seen a lot of the right side tires, mostly right front, but as it goes through those bumps into turn 3,
Gibbs is struggling as well. Wonder if teams are just working on balance and long runs. Probably so.
That's just the way the tires wear out. Let's hear Jimmy's radio.
Cory says, "Let me go boo to Rowdy Nation."
So effective or so impactful on the way this tire behaves, man. You just touch the marbles, it's over.
That's what I was talking about. There are a lot of marbles. Takes me back to Bristol and what we saw there. Going to be a big factor in tomorrow's race if something doesn't change. And obviously, we're all looking for the temperature to change that. Larry?
Yeah, Clint, I have not sat on a pit box in over 20 years, but there's a reason that I'm follically challenged today, and it's because of what these crew chiefs are dealing with right now. So we've had no rule changes at Dover from last year. This is the same Goodyear tire combination that we ran last year. Going back to last year's race, the race itself, it was 59 degrees and cloudy, which basically is the same conditions right now, and the track rubbered in that day. So I don't know. I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of sleepless nights tonight by these crew chiefs because it is a little bit fickle right now. But to the point you guys keep making, 15 to 20 degrees warmer and sunny tomorrow.
Fudge
Well, and I
rounds.
think there's another layer to add to this. And Larry, you can walk us down.
Y'all must
this,
be
all
hungry
right?
today.
How
You're
do you
talking about
set your car up
McDonald's,
for
talking
speeds?
about
We
fudge
talked about the
rounds,
heights.
Big
The heights are
Newtons.
so important in the grip level in your race car. If this thing's going to be slower,
Truex, I haven't
that's
talked about
something
him
that goes
much.
into the equation of the decision
Defending
making, right?
champion Truex.
No question, no question. In fact, Chad Knaus and Jimmy
Any
Johnson
Truex
used to be
fans out there?
notorious at this place for not running that fast in practice. They tried to maintain what they thought would be a race pace in practice to get their heights right.
That platform in which these cars ride is just so crucial to the overall the performance of the car.
All right.
It cannot be,
Truex
expressed enough.
25th fastest.
Well, even last year, I mean, you had a definite.
Whoa! See how loose he was getting in the corner?
Yeah,
Tyler
Still
almost
loose.
losing it
Trying
too.
to clean the marbles up now, right?
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out how to get the tires clean.
Well, now look at the drivers listed in white on the pylon on the left of your screen. That's Group B. And just the way things sorted out after Talladega with the NASCAR scoring metric that sorts the drivers into Group A and B, it's odd, even all the way down. But it looks
That's
like
right,
it's gonna
man.
be a lot
Fresh
harder to get
fresh
to
brisket
round
on the
two
board.
Group
That's right.
B, than the drivers who have to battle.
Hey, next
in Group
Wednesday I'll be
A.
having that
Just the
train.
way
Can't
that
wait.
metric sorts out.
I'm serious bow tie fan, but I believe the Fords are going to break through this week. Me too.
Ooh.
Oh, got one around here.
Kaz
Oh, another
Gralla
one.
has
Who is
ripped
it?
the front end of his car, coming off turn number
Is that
4.
Kaz Gralla?
And comes to rest just past the start-finish line.
Man, 15. Gralla, I think.
Got loose up off the corner.
Kaz Gralla, rookie.
Overcorrect. That's,
Wow, he nailed that wall,
that's
man.
hard. That is a huge hit, Kevin.
Yeah, and that's just one of those things you learn.
Yikes,
All right,
another
so he is
caution.
communicating to his team on the radio, but that was a violent hit.
Wow.
It sure was. Wow. I saw a lot of wheel in the car in the middle of the corner. Looked like it then started to catch up, got loose, and
you
man,
saw
what a
the-
massive overcorrect.
You saw the
so he-
flames come out of the pipe.
he tried to
dump the throttle
correct.
right there, and when you're in that scenario, you got to try to walk it off the corner. But when he dumped the throttle and he put all that wheel to the right, as soon as it slowed down enough, and
Front tires finally
Bit.
caught up.
yeah,
Wow.
Yeah, it made a hard
He hit extremely
right turn.
hard.
Yeah,
said
he
on
did.
the radio,
Well, he lost control, but then he
that
tried to
was
correct
super
it.
unexpected. I was
And
gonna
that's
bring
when it
to
hit
you
the
that
wall.
lap. Wow.
well, that's what happens. That's what happens when these tires start to wear like that, Mike. And we talked about it at the beginning. You know, these cars just get to a point where they start
Kaz
to feel funny and
Gralla
things start to
destroys
happen
his
differently.
car.
I think that was one of these scenarios right here. Let's hear the radio.
was super unexpected. I was going to bring it to you that lap.
Well, those are the kinds of things that we talk about.
I guess they just end the group. They ended the practice.
Not in it every week or all the time and have the experiences of things that happen.
So
I know
back to
Kaz
Group A
is in there, but
and now it's
this
qualifying.
is just one of those scenarios where it starts to slide. Watch the flames come out of see the flames come out of the pipe. It's just you got to start walking that thing a little before that, because these cars, once you get the wheel too far to the right, they're hard to save. They're hard to save in general. When you
What's up, Chewy? What's going on, Richard, as well?
You got to start turning it back to the left, or it's going to do that all the time.
Yeah, they have one backup car per team.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Now, Gralla had run 27 laps. That's more than anyone else in this group. We're not sure if it was all on that same set of tires.
Yeah. And like I say, Clint, this is something that happens in the simulator all the time. These things will slide, and when you make that big correction, they snap like that and hook like that back to the right. So
I'm going to try to not do that
in
anymore.
The simulator, this happens all the time, and you just have to
just
turn to the
be
left
safe.
And just say, I'm spinning out
but
this
basically,
way. No
he came out of the turn
because they resulted in a snap hook.
Tried to correct himself, and then when he came off the throttle, the tires gripped and went the other way. Literally nailed the wall.
Absorb that impact. Glad to see that Dr. James Sicking, the inventor of the safer barrier, is one of the nominees for the NASCAR Landmark Award.
Thank you. Can't say it enough.
All right, so we're going to be Group A qualifying: AJ Allmendinger, Justin Haley, Cory Heim, John Hunter Nemechek, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Busch, Harrison Burton, Josh Berry, Chris Buescher, Carson Hocevar, Ryan Preece, Daniel Hemrick, Todd Gilliland, Noah Gragson, Ross Chastain, and William Byron. But yeah, so it pretty much trying to come out of the turn and tried to correct himself, and then boom, straight into the wall. So, all right, so I guess they just ended the practice as many people as were wrecking. So we're just like, all right, we're going to end the practice. Not sure if it was announced before the race. He doesn't. So yeah, we're just probably not going to be showing much on the phone anymore. Just to be safe, going from what we're doing right now. But we get the in-car cameras now, so you guys get to watch some of the race with the NASCAR.com, which is free. Everybody can watch the in-car cameras. It's free to every single one of y'all. And then last week I added the scanners to it as well. So we'll have that this weekend too. So the scanners will be with the in-car cameras. We'll probably do those mostly on the commercials, so you guys can hear the in-car radios as well. So not seen if it was announced before. He doesn't. That's right. So I don't even do it for baseball anymore. We don't need to do it for baseball anymore because you got the 3D. It's like watching the dang game. Yeah, the in-car camera is fair use. It's fair use. One more like. Are we almost to 100? Over the 100 likes? Yes, we are. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for getting us to over 100 likes. We appreciate you so much. Thank you guys. And keep hitting that like button. We'll see if we can get to 150 on the likes. That's our next goal, 150. So we'll see who's going to get the pole. So we watched both qualify. We've seen the speeds. Now let me see. Who do you have getting the pole today? Let me see in the chat. Almost 200 of us here. Let me see. Who do you have to win the pole today after you've seen the
old car,
the speeds today so far?
That is pretty flat, right? So from a second standpoint, you go from here to the end of the wreck. The slope of the impact is absorbed by the car like this. This car is absorbed like this. So
smash those free subs. That's right. Jade, stupid roofer saying JJ.
So fast.
That'd be something.
Like in a whiplash situation, it happens a lot faster because a lot of that impact is going through your body because it just the whip is whipped faster. Is I guess one way to explain it.
New episode every Tuesday and Thursday. Happy Hour.
You'll watch the Happy Hour with Kevin Harvick.
Yeah, and that's a difficult thing to
Think
explain,
Hocevar is
but as
going to have a
you
good
see
race?
Kaz's hit right here. You see the impact of that car, and as we slow it down in slow motion, you see everything that happens. But when it happens in the car, in this next gen car,
that car was lit
wreck
up
in
in
a
the
much
air,
different way
y'all,
than
and then
you
it
did
came
with
back
the car.
down.
It just happens and whips you way faster than what it used to. But that is a massive hit.
I can't believe the wall, the movement in that wall. I mean, it just shows how much energy was absorbed through that wall. Look at the foam you can see actually give and start to deteriorate. I mean, look at clear back inside the wall, the energy that happened right there.
Yeah, and that foam has about a 6-year lifespan, and has to be replaced every once in a while. I think there's probably about 6,000 pieces around this racetrack.
Well, you can see they're all stacked together.
Boy,
boom,
is
boom,
the
boom,
defending
just a bunch
champion.
of
You're right,
pieces of foam
Curtis.
stacked together there. Man, that was.
And the way that's all designed and engineered, it's really pretty amazing. It's a multi-piece steel barrier backed up by those specially
Butterfly dropped in the 11th.
And
thank you, William.
pieces of
Thank you for that
foam.
subscribe,
And
William.
then with
Appreciate
with
you.
A steel backing there. Here's a look at the detail inside the safer barrier.
You can see that's a brand new piece.
Yep. Also that cars can hit that and the wall will deform. And there's a couple of important things here. Not only does the wall need to give.
I don't think have y'all ever seen up close on those barriers? I'll show you here.
To shoot that car back into traffic.
Yeah, well, it's very unique, right? So for our cars that weigh, around 3,600 pounds with these Gen 7 vehicles, let's just say you had an IndyCar race. Well, they'd go in and take a certain amount of pieces of foam out of that wall because the IndyCar is so much lighter. So what a difference in safety. I've hit concrete walls, I've hit safer barrier walls, and there is not one safer barrier wall that ever felt like a concrete wall. Just what a great great design and innovation that we have in safety right there to be able to advance the safety of the walls and hit something that was way softer than concrete.
I remember coming to this racetrack when they put them in and having to adjust your line. Your focal point, your energy, everything that you had learned about your marks was 3 feet, 3 feet farther out, especially on the exit of 2, exit of 4, where he hit right there. And when you take that racetrack away, it made you adjust where you were, moving the car, where you lifted, where you got back on the gas at that 5/8 to 3/4 mark. That was a big adjustment, but boy, is it worth it.
Glad they
I'll
have
take it every day, twice on Sunday.
So practice will end with Ryan Blaney fastest in Group B. Noah Gragson, the one driver on the 20-lap average mark, 20 consecutive laps. William Byron fastest in Group A.
I'm really glad to see the 15 climb out of that car. Are you there, Justin, now?
5 fastest drivers into the final round.
Did you see the wreck in person? Come on, Josh Berry, be the man. Dwayne, what's going on? How are you doing?
Let's repeat that Kaz Grala walked away from that crash and is with Jamie.
Yes, and he just left the infield care center. So happy to see that you're okay, Kaz, after that. But just take us back to that moment when it stepped out and what you saw and felt from there on.
Yeah, I mean, that was so quick. I didn't even feel like I had any time to react to it. Definitely unexpected. We'd been a little bit free through practice, but our race pace was actually really good, I felt like. I thought that was maybe our best car of the year, and it was just gone out from under me before I could try to save it. So,
my gosh.
Yeah, definitely really disappointed. Really unfortunate for our team. We're obviously
Where are you
not
sitting
in a
at,
good position
Justin?
for backup cars, so we'll have to see what we have to work with for tomorrow. But far from an ideal situation. But I'm just glad I'm all right, and we'll do what we can for tomorrow.
Thanks for your time, Cass.
Thanks.
Yeah, very tough break there for Rick Ware Racing.
Yeah, and it can be super confusing, for guys that hadn't been able to be a part of this process with the Gen 7 car since it started, to be able to go through all these scenarios of when the car is
it
just
looked like he
beyond
was
saving, like that one
just
was, and
overcorrection. I think is what happened.
Start steering it back to the left so that it doesn't snap up the.
Well, that's 2
racetrack.
cars that are going to be qualifying.
It's definitely a tough situation for Kaz and his team, and that's a massive hit, and we're just glad he's okay.
All right, here we go. The Dinger out front first. Let me see those 16s. If you're a Dinger fan.
Standings, fastest lap in the last race and the finish of last week's race at Talladega. A.J. Allmendinger becomes the first driver to qualify. He's finished top 10 in 2 of his 3 races this year, and he's been outside.
See what he can do.
Twice.
All right. Got 2 laps here, Kevin. Got to be committed. Wide open throttle, pushing as hard as you possibly can. We need to keep an eye on what lap works. This takes me back to Bristol. You know, this same tire combination situation was, starting to show
running the
up
Cup
in
Series
Bristol in a
this
big
week
way with 2 drastically different groups, if you remember. And now all of a sudden,
that'll be awesome, Justin.
Here at Dover, trying to figure out what lap's going to be your money lap.
Yeah, and I want you to listen to this car, Clint. Listen to the pitch change in the pipes as he goes over that bump into turn 3. Up, he shut it down.
1 lap.
One and done.
So 22.250.
With the tire wear the way that it is, I think you're going to want to try to do.
You ain't a Dinger fan. You ain't American.
Have that extra run on your tires.
So
here's Justin Haley
for the fan vote for the
in that
All-Star
Walmart
race,
car.
Justin Haley has come out of the box with a great video. You've probably seen it on social media. And his slogan for voting him into the All-Star race is "Hail Yes."
I thought it was fantastic. I loved it up on my X account and was able to. I thought it was one of the best videos I've seen.
He turns 25 tomorrow and finished 11th here 2 years ago. .2274 for Haley on lap 1.
Looks like he's going for another one.
Yeah, and look, I know that we want to qualify good, but based upon the tire wear right now, you're going to want all the tires that you can get, and I want the least amount of laps on this set in case I have
social
to use them
media
in the race. So I know it's only 1 lap.
Stupid river.
In my opinion, right now, 1 lap matters.
And his second lap is slower by 2/100ths of a second.
All right, here comes Cory Heim. Let's see what he can do in that 43.
You know, the rest of these groups coming, rest of these cars and teams. All right, hey, I think it's one and done. Get it all in that first one, which puts more pressure on the driver.
That's Eric Jones looking on as Cory Heim makes his Cup debut, substituting for Jones, who had a fractured vertebrae from his crash last week at Talladega. Heim made his Xfinity Series debut at Dover last year. He has 6 wins in trucks, and this is not a throwback paint scheme. Richard Petty's number 43, of course, iconic.
He's still banned from Twitter.
STP red and Petty blue, but you know this is a current sponsorship. This is, well, sure looks like a throwback paint
a big
scheme,
bag of flour.
This is what they run it. At least 1 race a year with primary sponsorship.
You think the 22.25 will get him in the top 5? We'll see.
STP.
Again, fell off on his second lap. Doesn't surprise me that they elected to run 2 laps with him regardless, just because of the fact that he's trying to catch up laps behind the wheel of that car.
And I never like to run 2
Hunter
laps
Nemechek here, involved in that big wreck last week. Crazy wreck for all the Toyotas.
John Hunter Nemechek has 2 top 10
let's see.
finishes this
He's in Group
season
B.
and a best Dover start of 10th.
Let me say that again. I want to run 2 laps today.
He's in Group
I want to
B.
get to that next round, and then I want to give you 1 more lap, hold my breath 1 more lap.
I never wanted to hold my breath 2 laps in a row.
No. .60, right on top of what his teammate
Hunter Nemechek.
59.
See what he's got in this Toyota.
3rd car this weekend for Legacy with
3rd fastest.
behind the wheel.
3rd
Interesting to
fastest.
see what he does later. Had some speed and a race trim.
Second lap for Nemechek falls off about 3/10.
But we're going to help him out. Just run 1 lap, guys.
T-Van.
Denny Hamlin, pole winner at Phoenix. He has 4
All right, Denny, let's see what you can do, baby.
Victory here at Dover.
Let me see those 11s out there.
Back to Bristol again, like we saw then.
If I can't wear it, I can at least post it.
First lap pretty bad in 1 and 2 for you to even try to run a second lap. If you do it in 3 and 4, it's going to mess up.
Oh, it's Redeem Go, Denny.
So far, Allmendinger ran 1 lap. No one else yet has been faster on lap 2.
That's not part of the deal. I can post 11s and bring his face up on our chat, though.
Surprisingly.
You see those 11s. Whoa, Denny almost lost it there.
Was committed full send off of
Clint.
Off of them bumps.
First fastest.
He didn't listen to you, Kevin.
If they don't, guys, just tell them to run one lap and pull it in.
All right, here comes Bubba Wallace.
That was close.
Minus 11.
Started 9th here 2 years ago, his Dover best. He started top 10 in 5 of the last 6
Richards,
races.
go Denny together.
Through 1 and 2.
Yeah, and this is
I love that front of that Bubba Wallace car. It looks pretty cool.
Because you know you messed up lap 1. It's really uncomfortable and loose through turns 1 and 2 right there. But I think he's in a position where he's got to go again now, don't you, Clint?
I don't think that 34 is safe. No. Lap 1, no.
And that car, he's still walking it through the corner. It's plenty loose for Bubba Wallace, but he's going to run 2 for that very reason.
I like the teeth on it. That's pretty cool looking. Mimi dropping that 11. 23-11, baby.
It's a balancing act.
Rowdy's next.
Is the first driver to go faster on lap 2. As he sits third.
All right, Rowdy Nation, show your colors.
Wins the pole winner here in
Rowdy Nation, show your colors.
These guys
we see those
Rowdies. They've had a tough month of finishes. Cars a little bit.
You can't stand compared
to where they want to be.
He had a good car last weekend. I was watching him. I remember vividly watching him running that outside line, and they were coming. He moved up to try to go with them, try to win the race, and it bit him.
Rowdy Nation.
Back at an inopportune time and just couldn't make up the difference. I knew
third fastest
out the race, and he was.
For Rowdy Nation.
Jamie.
Well, Ryan Blaney was fastest in Group B. Ryan, take us through a lap here in qualifying. What is it like?
Well, we're running call it mid-22 second laps, and you're holding your breath for the whole time. Then you take one breath, and then you hold it again for another 22 seconds. But no, it's just a wild racetrack. I mean, I think it's
Blaney.
Like speed-wise, might not be our fastest mile-per-hour track, but it feels like you're going.
Harrison Burton on the track now. That's 21.
Everything happens
Harrison
so quickly,
Burton.
and when the grip level's high like this, it
21.
makes it even more. So just a fun racetrack. But yeah, the Wurth Ford Mustang was really good in practice, I thought. It's always one of those weird things of, okay, where's the track going to go? You know, for the race, it rubbers up, but it'll be way different than practice and qualifying. So it's how do you hit it right? But big weekend for us, obviously. Wurth sponsoring the race, them being on our car, great partner for us.
Is Blaney
so,
out?
I'm happy we have a fast car.
He has not qualified yet.
We can lay down a good lap here in qualifying.
He is in
trying to get his first pole here at Dover, and he'll be up in the Xfinity booth coming up here after us.
Oh, great. Thanks, Jamie.
Well, a mid-2022 isn't going to cut it, Ryan, so we're going to have to go a low 22.
Kind of hold your breath a little bit better.
Right.
You won't have to hold your breath as
So
long.
Burton fifth fastest, knocks out Cory Heim, so he's not going to be on the pole.
Right now.
Here's Josh Berry.
Josh Berry made his Cup debut at Dover, happened in 2021. Finished 10th in this race last year, subbing for Bowman. Was outside pole at Bristol. Fastest Ford right now is Burton in 5th. Not anymore. Berry is
Josh Berry, fourth fastest.
22.28. That bumps Burton out of the fast 5.
What's up, Kyle Busch fan? What's going on, bro?
Yeah, you see Josh
How you
just a
doing?
little high right there off of turn 2. It's such a dance.
Going for another lap. Starting to get tighter from the center to the exit of 3 and 4.
And the second lap is slower by more than a 10. Halfway through Group A qualifying, and Denny Hamlin.
So Denny Hamlin, the very first fastest so far halfway through this Group A qualifying. AJ Allmendinger, Kyle Busch, Josh Berry, and Bubba Wallace. But here comes the rest. You got Keselowski, you got Byron coming. So we'll see who can make the top 5 here. We'll see. Morning just got done cutting my grass. Awesome, man. Spreading the love. Morgan, what's up? Got to do the Amigos dance for Triton. And you guys can play mini games in the chat as well. There you go. You can play mini games in the chat and earn points. And if you've just been here over the weeks and years or whatever, you're going to gain points by just sitting here if you don't do anything. So appreciate the ones that have been here for a long time and still hanging out with us. But the exclamation points to find how many points you have, and then exclamation point gamble those points or gamble all. And then you can bring up your favorite drivers, and the stream bot tells you about your favorite drivers. We have a good slew of those, not all of them. Probably need to put all of them in there eventually, but we have some don't have gifts for me to redeem like that. So, but you can bring up that, or you can have me do silly dances like Triton makes me do. But looking forward to hanging out with my buddy Triton next week at Disney. So looking forward to seeing you, buddy. I hope you can make it. If you have trouble getting there, let me know, and we'll figure it out. Hopefully Kyle stays in the top 5, so he'll be at least be in the top 10, Kyle Busch says. We'll see. I can only see a couple drivers that might have any chance of pushing him out. Chastain was fast in practice. Byron was fast in practice, so maybe he can make the top 5. We'll see. Suzanne, what's going on? I just heard from my friend that they are calling for rain today around 3 or 4. Ugh. Well, we'll see if we can get it in. The race is going to start at 12:30, so I think we should be all right. I think we should be able to get it in. They should be definitely past halfway before the rain gets here. Denny Hamlin's going to be going to the 24 NASCAR champion. I hope so, buddy. I hope so. Oh, man, I hope so. Is that story isn't old enough? I know, Brony. Just don't like seeing him in the top spot ever, T-Van says. Here we go. Chris Buescher on the track now, y'all. Chris Buescher and the RFK Ford stupid roofer.
Races with a pole here 2 years ago. 10th in practice. Overall.
Chris had some pretty good race run speed in his car.
Chris Buescher. Dennis will screw it up again. I'm sure he will. I'm sure he will.
Such a fine line of touching the stops on the rear shocks right there as to how the car rides over those bumps, and keeping that diffuser as low as possible in the back is always tricky here at Dover, and that's why you see a lot of those guys getting loose in the corner right there. It's over those bumps into turn 3.
See if he can pick up from a 34.
It's still not happy. You got to be committed, though. That's the hardest part. Telling yourself to bury that thing back off in the corner.
So 6 fastest for Buescher, so the top 5 is steady.
So his string of top 10 starts here will end. As the
Martin the second. That's right. T-Van.
2 top 10 starts this season. 9th at Daytona, 10th at Phoenix.
Let's see what Hocevar can do right here.
In practice, this is his first trip to Dover in a Cup car.
Thanks for the subscribes, y'all. Keep hitting those like buttons. Morgan dropping the 17.
He was close.
7th for Hocevar.
7th for Hocevar.
It's that track where you have to be careful not carry too much speed through the center. You have to lift at the wall, and that much like you just saw right there.
He is faster on lap 2, but does not move up the board. Ryan Preece started a season best 11th at Talladega. Got his best finish of the year at Martinsville, 9th.
Secretly for Denny. Stupid River, don't tell a bunch of people. They'll turn on you.
He's holding on to that wheel, isn't he?
Tracy, Denny sucks non-champ karma in his pocket. I know, Tracy. That's funny. Ryan Preece.
9th with a 22.51. Jamie?
Well, Chris Gabehart, crew chief for Denny Hamlin. I'm seeing things like this from the tires on the racetrack. So you're the perfect person to ask, where's your concern level, if any, on the tires, what we're seeing with the cording, and for tomorrow's race?
Honestly, not very much. Now, I know we just lived Bristol where, some crew chiefs were guessing on practice day going into the race, but we saw this even worse a year ago here at Dover in practice. 15 laps in, everybody literally parked because their tires were gone. It's a green track. And then on race day, it rubbered right in. And on top of that,
Denny's giving you some chug points.
very much. And on top of that, it's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow, so I plan on it rubbering in and being fine.
Okay, so no concern in the 11 camp right now.
All right, thanks, Jamie.
You can take a drink.
You got
to take a swap.
Doesn't count.
Oh, Denny, you blew it.
No points.
No points for that one.
Did he hit his crew chief a Coca-Cola bottle during the interview? You know, you got to take that legendary drink with the Coca-Cola.
Season at Talladega last week.
That was hilarious.
We've seen these times migrate.
And Hemrick, look at Hemrick, fifth fastest. Look at that.
Talking to Larry a little bit during the break. It's going to come down to.
You're always rooting for the bad guy. Me too, stupid roofer. I'm a heel guy. I'm a total heel guy.
Get the throttle down the earliest, but it's also going
love the bad guy.
Who touches the brake the least amount, getting in the corner to keep that mid.
I'm right with you, stupid roofer.
Like
Tony says, just wanted to let you know, checking in. You out of every race weekend when I'm not here, TV or radio. Awesome, Tony.
Start of the season.
Did you ever have an A&W root beer float, Clint?
Thank you so much, Tony. Appreciate you hanging out with us, dude.
I can believe it.
Come on, it's not even lunchtime.
I know. It's close enough, though.
I'm going.
Yep.
Pizza Sweats is here, y'all.
Like Todd. Todd does a good job behind the wheel. Had a good car last weekend. Kept it up front. Just does a good job behind the wheel overall. Week in and week out. Doesn't matter. The racetrack. He's always getting the most out of the car. Good.
He never did. He didn't, did he?
I could say kid.
He missed out on a great commercial.
It is.
I raced against his dad.
Got to know your sponsors, man.
His dad and his grandpa.
I guess you could call him a kid. You're safe, Kevin.
I always thought that was funny, like after drivers like in a car with 190-degree temperatures, they get out and the first thing they drink is a Coca-Cola. Like, or like Kyle Busch, like he would drink his energy drink. Like that's not what you want to drink. Denver says he's next. Noah Gregson on the track.
You see all that.
Denny's still
fastest. Underneath the
fastest.
car, like Jamie was holding up on pit road down there. You saw it fly.
Thank you, Richard.
I liked.
You're awesome.
I liked what, and the speed reflects that. Noah's third. Quick,
I love the banter though, stupid roofer, back and forth.
Like
Those guys.
Keep his car a little bit lower all the way through the corner.
Call him off. What do you think?
I would have called him off.
Now what's happened here? Gregson was 34th fastest in practice, and now he's number 3 on the board.
Well, I think it's just like, yeah, we wasted another lap.
Wasted a lot of tires.
Third fastest. Something's going on with Gregson. Good race last weekend.
And that will lock A.J. Allmendinger into the final round. Here's Ross Chastain.
Get to see those Crocs next week. Pizza Sweats.
Yeah, and I think back to your point, Mike, from
Chastain,
practice to qualifying, we heard Noah
fifth.
say in his interview earlier, it took him a little while to get up to speed. Didn't get those fast laps right off the bat out of the tires.
1 Toyota, 2 Chevys, 2 Fords in the Fast 5 right now. Chastain's best start at Dover, 7th 2 years ago. Josh Berry on the bubble. Chastain is 10th.
Yeah, we saw Ross through turns 1
Chastain,
2 right there.
10th. Wow, I thought he'd be in the top 5, but
from hitting the apron.
10th fastest for Chastain.
Slappy got a little cleaner.
So William Byron Keselowski looks like Dinger is going to be in the top 5.
Hard. I don't know. Just doesn't like to feel in his race car. Maybe it's loose in. Maybe it's those bumps that you've been talking about, but not a good lap at all for Ross Chastain and company on the 1 car.
Here's Byron.
Second lap falls off 2/10.
See those 24s.
And that will lock Noah
He
Gregson
was fastest in his practice.
5. William Byron has 3 wins this season. He won from the pole in Austin, Texas, and he has 1 outside pole start here.
He's in the green.
There's the 10th. So far, so good through 1 and 2.
Yeah, you saw his car in the red going into turn 1.
Oh, in the red going into turn 3, back into the green.
But he's able to get back to the throttle and get that mid-corner speed up and still keep the car turning for most of the corner.
That'll knock Josh Berry
Takes
off the
Denny
bubble,
off
and
of it.
Byron locks himself into the final round.
What'd you see, Larry?
Yeah, he picked the throttle up early. He had to play with a little bit, but one thing he did, he
all right,
used just
Keselowski
a
on
little bit
there.
of brake, not a lot, just a little bit of brake, getting in both corners.
Well,
Last to
we talk about that every
qualify.
week, and when you're in these positions where you have to carry all that momentum, you want to use as little brake as possible, like we've been saying. to be able to keep that mid-corner speed up. So he did both those things, less brake and got back to the throttle.
He just became a fan of Byron.
Speed up.
So Noah Gragson is locked in the final spot in the final round. For
all right, let's see. Go Bear. Can Kyle Busch stay in the top 5 here, or Brad Keselowski break him out?
See here, not much off throttle time. Right back to the throttle.
Let's see what happens.
I don't know that this is going to get it done.
12th, 22:42.
It's noon, beer time. That's right.
Final spot in the final round.
So Keselowski 12th. So congratulations to Kyle Busch, Noah Gragson, AJ Allmendinger, Denny Hamlin, William Byron. As we're going to go to Group B qualifying. Group B qualifying. So Group B now. Starting with CeeLo, we're in that 12. Larson's going to jump up. We'll see how he does. He did not do well in practice. Seems like they were working on his car most of the practice, so we'll see if he can change it around. But welcome in, everybody. Happy Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon, I guess. It's noon on the East Coast. Appreciate y'all being here. So coming up in the Xfinity race, will be an hour after this one ends. And during round 2 of qualifying, I will put the link in the pin message above. Also, if you don't touch your stream at all, after I end this stream, it will transport you to the next stream. It will take you to the next Xfinity race that'll be up next. So definitely want to make sure you don't click out of the stream. It'll take you automatically over there if you want, or you can just come back whenever you need to. So hope everybody's doing well. Keep on hitting that like button. We're trying to get to 150 on the likes. So let's see where we're at on the likes. We're at 130. So 20 more to go to 150. We're in Group B. Jimmy Johnson, Kaz Grala. Kaz Grala is not going to be, or Zane Smith. Both of them will not be qualifying. Austin Dillon. If you're just joining us, Kaz Grala wrecked during practice, and Zane Smith both wrecked. Both rookies wrecked here at the Monster Mile. The Monster Mile grabbed them and threw them into the wall. Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric, Corey LaJoie, Joey Logano, Ty Gibbs, Ryan Blaney, Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Chase Briscoe, Chase Elliott, Alex Bowman, Martin Truex, and Tyler Reddick are your Group B. So we'll see if Jimmy Johnson can be first out. Let's see what he can do. Of course, he'll be in the top. We'll see if he can keep it up there for group top 5. So as you remember, the 5 fastest here will move on to round 2. And the 6 through 18 that was on Group A will be on the outside line for the Wurth 400 tomorrow at
Group
Dover.
A has put 5 drivers into the final round of qualifying. Group B begins with Jimmy Johnson.
Let's see what Jimmy Johnson can do.
3-time pole winner at Dover. "11 victories here. Most of all drivers ever.
Yes, you heard Jimmy trail the throttle all the way down in there.
Trying to keep that car loaded, keep it underneath of him.
22:42 in lap 1.
Drag the brake, keep the throttle loaded.
Not going to be fast enough.
Loads that drivetrain, just calms the car down a little bit.
That's crazy.
Second lap slower by a little more than a tenth. Kaz Grala.
All right, so Kaz Grala and the other one, Zane Smith, are not qualifying. So Austin Dillon next.
Likewise, also had a practice crash.
Yeah,
will not qualify. Here's Austin Dillon, who turns 34 today. Started a season best.
Happy birthday to Austin Dillon.
A little bit faster for Jimmy Johnson, that 42, hey? Picking up the speed. His teammates were a 59 and a 60. Showing up and beating the Young Bucks.
Totally different driving styles when you listen to Austin Dillon letting all the way off the gas compared to Jimmy Johnson's partial throttle and dragging the brake at the same time. 2 totally different approaches to how to drive this racetrack. Austin all the way out of the gas on the entry to the corners.
36 on his first lap. Back set up with a 55.
Wasted one.
That's not a Chevy, Jimmy. That's right. Thanks for the subscribe too, guys.
I'll spit it out here in a minute. But my experience with these cars, in order to get it,
should be interesting, Randy, to see how he does during the race.
You can trail out of the
Looks
throttle,
pretty good in practice so far.
the throttle to let the thing rotate.
It told me.
All right, here's Michael McDowell. Let's see what he can do.
And he's already been sideways a couple times getting into three.
Any 34 fans out there?
Trick of the trade, if you will, getting into the corner to keep that thing loaded up and keep it underneath of you just to be safe. That's certainly stuff that we used to do in that old car.
Michael McDowell, top of the board, 22.15. You know, after never winning a pole in his entire Cup career, he's won 2 of them in the last 9 races.
McDowell, that front row likes to be that front row. Motorsport likes to be on the front row.
Good speed and called him off. Yep. Save our tires.
22.15. That should advance him to the final round.
Second fastest lap time we've seen. We know this group's probably going to be a little bit.
They like to be on the front row.
First group was in practice.
We'll see what Gillen can do.
Some heavy hitters.
Christopher Bell, disappointing race last week with the wreck.
Here last year.
See what he can do here. That Yahoo Toyota
in 2024.
Go Christopher Bell.
Yeah, and all these drivers have a lap time on their dash in the car. So we talk about the crew.
Oh, that Michael McDowell, Austin Dillon, Jimmy Johnson be at the top 3.
Oh.
Oh. Christopher Bell.
We'll be able to fix this car. That was just a love tap.
If he
right down pit road, how about that?
Just scraped up the bumper cover.
Scraped on the bumper.
We'll be able to fix this car. Whoo! Did not look good for a while.
No.
Look how easy that car came out from underneath of him, Kevin.
Well, that's going to happen right over these bumps, and you're going to go down in there. As you go over the bumps, you're pulling the wheel down into the corner.
We're going to have some wrecks today at their new Xfinity race. I can tell you that right now.
Easy to do here at Dover to get the car back out from underneath you there, going in the corner over all those bumps and pulling on the wheel, trying to go fast, carrying a little more speed into the corner.
This is a hoot. So he's coming down. Oh, the tires just...
See all the rubber. See that car bouncing?
Wow. Went into the turn. And then...
She's already...
Looks like he corrected to go right. Got loose.
You see the back.
He ran over a chunk of rubber that was on the.
See it how it just.
And then just got loose going into the turn.
And if it touches those limiters at the same time,
escaped the wall where it says the Monster Mile.
Those big bounces, it'll just shoot it around.
Awesome, CeeLo. Good to see you back here, buddy.
How do you know when to be on the gas, when to be on the brake, how to try to minimize the damage as that wall is approaching?
Well,
everything's different.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, getting into the corner is
boogity gator. That's right.
You're carrying a lot of speed, a lot of different scenarios. Here, you're just managing it, trying to keep it underneath of you, keep that car loaded a little bit.
So Christopher Bell spins.
If it spins all the way around,
you're probably going to finish in the back of the pack. Gator and the pizza sweats having some fun together.
He did a good job keeping it under
yeah.
him.
You look at the front wheels, and when your wheels are turned like that, we saw the difference right here. We see him turn the wheels back to the right so it doesn't snap around to get down on the pit road to keep the car straight. So these guys
overcorrect is what you're saying, right?
He didn't overcorrect the car, and you have to keep his
Kaz Gralla, he overcorrected the car
to keep it from snapping back to the right to what we call an overcorrection. So Jamie?
How about Jimmy Johnson? He knows a thing or two about saving it here and winning here, 11-time winner. What is it like driving these race cars around here? How different from what you remember?
It is so different. You're more aggressive in some areas and more, saving my lifetime. If you watch the rear tires, I am working hard in there and the front tires trying to keep that car off the inside wall. But I'm glad I didn't do any of that today. I did that in Texas. And ironically, this is my first time qualifying in the next-gen car other than Daytona. Charlotte right now crashed in Texas. So to really understand the balance shift from race trim to qualifying trim, this was an important first rep for me. I feel like I left some time out there on the track, but got a good lap in, and we'll see where.
I'll let you know later.
Well done so far.
Thank you.
Watch Bell take it tomorrow after spinning in practice. Yeah, probably.
Jimmy a standing ovation.
All right, Suarez, Daniel Suarez, any 99s out there?
And it's okay that you left some time on the racetrack, Jimmy. There's 3 guys behind
Suarez
you that don't have a lap because of contact or an accident. And it's so easy to do here.
Saw Suarez way up high.
She's in the kitchen.
Lap. It cost him a lot of speed.
Suarez, the Atlanta winner, looking for his first top 10 start of the year.
Oh, you guys make me laugh, man.
22:54 puts him in the fast five.
I don't think so.
That's the difficult thing on your first
Let's
lap.
go
If you
Chevrolet.
make a
William
mistake
Byron
at 3 and
Wesley,
4,
good to see
pretty
you.
much bites you, messes up both laps.
Randy says, let's go 99. So Suarez, fourth fastest.
Started top 10.
Of course, Christopher Bell did not qualify.
Season,
Austin Cindric in that Menards Ford.
Michael
Down
McDowell
trying to
better mid-corner speed in
Cindric a little faster than
Cindric,
McDowell.
is close, 6/100ths off as he takes over second spot and goes for a second lap.
Can he get the pole? Or can he get in the top 5? And he will be in the top 5.
Obviously didn't think that 21 was
Just not
gonna
fast
be
enough. So
Tried to go for
P2 there
another one.
for
And it's
Cindric,
3/100ths slower.
22.21
So
on the
Suarez to
clock.
bubble, and bumping will begin.
As close as I've seen
Yes,
one
she's
on the
back.
second lap.
She is
Backing
back.
up what they ran
Trade.
the first.
Corey LaJoie's best start this year.
Moses
fifth in
this
Austin,
afternoon,
Texas.
Moses.
Got up on
This
his
afternoon.
side and over at
Corey
Talladega
LaJoie finished
on the
last
run of the
week's
checkered
race
flag
on his
last
side.
week.
Got the job done, though. Across the finish line.
You go to our TikTok,
There
you
was
can see
definitely
that.
a lot happening with a lot of different cars.
Yes, in
in
Xfinity.
the last several hundred feet as we came to the start-finish line last week.
Okay.
When they
Whipped
went
cream.
under us, Kevin, I saw a car, I thought, down on the wall, and I was like, guys, I'm telling you, I don't think my eyes are lying to me. Somebody was on their side there, and we went back and found it. Sure enough, it was LaJoie. Not only was he on his side and rode that wall, it went all the way over.
He said that's the first time I've flipped.
I got a
one of these
feeling
cars
that
and I don't
11 on the
recommend
pole. We'll see. We'll
Yeah, the
see.
worst part about that flip is I'm sure
Lots
when
of
it
fast
landed on
cars,
all
though. A
four
lot of
those
fast
rub
cars.
blocks, or 3 of those rub blocks and the floor pan solid at the end.
All right, 22's on the track. 22 on the track. Let me see those Logano's out there.
All right, LaJoie is fourth. Jimmy Johnson's on the bubble. Here's Joey Logano.
Any Logano fans?
27 starts at Dover.
Keep hitting that like and subscribe, y'all.
And this
Trying to get to
season, 2 poles and 7 top
12,150.
10 starts for Logano.
And then we'll set our sights on 12,200. Logano already faster than Jimmy
Looks
Johnson.
like he's going to best that 22:42 of Johnson. And Logano is third.
Third fastest.
22:31.
Car looked good and stable.
He said
Jimmy
who?
Johnson moves.
Come on, slice bread.
Yeah, and
another one.
Well, I think if you're in those 30s, you got to go for another one. I think
Joy.
You have to have some sort of threshold before you go on the racetrack to say, okay, if you run this, stop. If you run this, keep going.
I agree. I'd like to see a low 20.
Yes.
Third
To run one lap.
All right. I'll give you that.
fastest.
How about that? Is that what you want?
Got Gibbs, Blaney, Larson coming up.
On the second lap. Perfect.
All right. So we're just waiting on a commercial here. Coming up next is Ty Gibbs, Ryan Blaney, and Kyle Larson. Next to qualify. As you see, Kaz Grala, Zane Smith both crashed in practice. And Christopher Bell spun in his qualifying run. They're showing Corey LaJoie finishing sideways over across the finish line. I guess if Ricky Bobby can run across the finish line, or what was it, Carl Edwards that ran across the finish line, Corey LaJoie, he can slide sideways across the finish line. And then, so this is Group B qualifying, and then we'll have the top 10 go for the pole. And during that round 2, I will have the Xfinity race in the pin message above. And also, after it's over, everybody that's in here, that's still in here when the stream ends, will be pushed over to the new stream. So you guys don't even have to click out. But if you choose to, that's fine. So just waiting on the next set of drivers here. Of course, Kaz Grala and Zane Smith will both go to a backup car, and they will start at the back of the pack anyways. Applebee's new burger. Who are you going to go to Applebee's with? Who are you going to go to Applebee's with? I don't see too many of those Applebee's. 12, Moses, it's 12:30. 12:30 Central. Make sure you're here at 12:30 Central. What's up, Beth? What's going on? Welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Happy Saturday afternoon. So far, I guess some is afternoon. Some are still morning on the West Coast. Still morning. Jimmy Johnson should retire his reputation intact. If they did go to a third car at Legacy Motor Club, who would ride in that 84? And here we go, legend in training, as our good friend Eric Church says, the 54s. Let me see those 54s. Death Valley, awesome.
Who has started a Cup best
Let me see those 54s.
Is on track, and he is fourth with a 22:29. That pumps the joy.
So Gibbs.
That's a late 20. You didn't
fourth
like that
fastest
with Logano. Gonna need to run another one, which is
Here it hit
exactly
the
what
ground?
he's doing. Yeah, definitely bottomed out big time.
Oh, that's what you don't want to hear.
You got an Applebee's up there? I don't see too many of them anymore.
I agree. You got to run that second lap.
Yes. And the more cars that have gone, the more you
Well, you're
know,
going to go to
right?
Applebee's
the more
with.
information that you have, the more you can hone in on that lap time on your dash to say, this is fast enough.
All right, Blaney.
This is
I'm wearing your
slow
hat,
enough. I
baby.
need to keep
Let's
going.
go.
You heard it hit the rub
Let me
blocks.
see those
The
12s,
first
y'all.
lap I saw it. I didn't
See
hear
those
anything, but I
supporting
could
the
see
12
how
this
violent
weekend.
The ride was as he crossed those bumps into 3. Second lap, you could even hear it.
Let me see
We were
those
talking during the
12s.
commercial, but I'm nervous for everybody going into turn 3. Clint told me I was scared. Yeah, I think you're right. I think every one of them is at least nervous.
See those Blaney's. Teresa watching.
Well, Blaney is fourth. With
See those 12s.
With 7 drivers to go.
Blaney fourth fastest.
He's starting to make that
Minus
low
11.
20.
Look not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to need maybe a lower 20.
Austin
Looks
Dillon
pretty good.
bumped.
Good
Blaney's made
Blaney,
the final round.
yes.
in all
Top
4
of the line,
of
baby.
The last 4 Dover races, and he's going to make it again.
It's a great exit. Not only
Wow.
did he get to the gas and carried that momentum, started the momentum, he was able to stay with the gas, which is so important here, Kev.
There's Kyle Larson. Let's see
Kyle
what kind of
Larson.
adjustments he made.
Pole winner for 3 of the
54. I
last
bought
4 races
a
this
Ty
season.
Gibbs
In
shirt
fact,
at
all
Martinsville
3 of
3
the
years
last 3
ago.
races
54.
he
There you
has
go, Tony.
Made a qualifying lap. He's ended up on the pole.
Going to need some speed. Wasn't necessarily setting the world on fire in practice with his
Look at
car.
those Fords. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Still looking
I'm
for a
telling you,
little
the
bit of
fix is in
speed.
this week. They're going to make sure they win.
Overall in practice, to Clint's point.
The fix is in.
7th right now on lap
Ford ain't
1.
going to go 11 races without winning. Larson trying to get there on Gibbs. Not going to have it. Gibbs about a half a car faster.
Larson picks it up, but only to 6th with a 22.33.
6 spots, so he is not in the
I get
top
lost in the
5.
sound of the cars. It's so neat to hear all the throttle and engine and
Was he at
bouncing
Watkins
and the
Glen?
different
Awesome,
pitches in
man.
The engine.
Tells a lot of the story.
I do owe him 2 pies. I
Ricky
do.
Stenhouse finished a season best 4th at Talladega last week.
How about a
Looking to
dance
make,
in the hub?
his
How's that
first
sound?
Final round appearance in qualifying this season.
Ricky
Well, I think
Spinhouse
as we
Jr.
expected, guys, this group is
That
definitely a little bit faster
47.
than the first group, and that low 20 is.
This is a great lap for Stenhouse.
29, he will bump Ty Gibbs.
And Ty Gibbs
Good
out of the
decision
top
there to
5.
Shut it off. Always my decision, Clint.
It comes with the.
I'll tell you what, decisions
You
being
can
made
pay
me
for a
is that
practice
Hungry
only
Jack
ticket,
pancake on the
but
side
it
of
comes
that
with
car.
the Xfinity race ticket.
It's still
You can
kinda
show up
chilly
early for
outside.
it.
It's just kind of a breakfast brunch.
You can pay for
Let's go get one.
Brunchy.
but you have
That
to
can't be
lead.
the word of the
I
week,
actually,
can
I
it?
think it just
No,
comes with the
Wouldn't be
Xfinity.
that simple.
Well, we can actually say that.
It comes with the Xfinity ticket.
No hullabaloo.
But what was that?
Hullabaloo.
Chase
is that
Briscoe
correct,
now
Mike?
on the track.
Hullabaloo, it's hullabaloo.
That's correct. Chase Briscoe, best start of 5th in 2 of the last.
Helpful
3
reminders.
races.
Got some green.
Oh, don't worry. I haven't forgotten.
Ricky Stenhouse with a 29.
Kenneth Clark reminds me as well.
Bouncing a lot.
And we'll start
He
locking
needed
in
a
drivers
nudge,
here with
Drayton.
5 to go.
Briscoe faster than Stenhouse.
It is
Another
third for
Ford.
Briscoe, and Blaney is locked into the final round.
Good lap. It's wanting more, Kev.
Briscoe.
Young. Is that just youth?
Is him.
I
See
don't
what he
know.
can-
It's a
oh!
long time to hold your breath.
Okay.
Well, he just paid the price. Couldn't get back to the gas in 3
And
and
if we
4.
make it to the second round, we have wasted a lap on our
And
tires.
third fastest, Logano.
2/10 slower,
But
too.
In
Look
their
at all those
defense, it's
Fords,
hard to
stupid
know
roofer.
What's fast enough in this round with the end of the groups coming up?
I don't think this low 20 that Mike was wanting out of Logano is going to be enough.
Going to be close.
I mean, which side of a 21 do you want? A 21 with a 7 or a 21
All
with
right,
an 8?
Chase.
Look how tight that is.
Chase Elliott. Let me
Chase
sell
Elliott
those
has 2
nines,
Dover
y'all.
wins and a pole.
Oh, I
7
know,
top 10
Mountain Billy.
starts this season. That's tied for the most.
Can any of these Chevrolets do something here? Or Toyotas?
Elliott
See what
way
Chase
down
can
the
do
list
here.
for the 55.
13th
You know, when you
fastest.
see these cars at Hendrick not have the speed, it immediately puts.
I'll remind you
All right,
to not
what's
wear the
plan?
purple
There's
hat
always a
anymore
plan
and
with
get
an
more
organization like
subscribers.
this. Is it drivability, raceability in this race? It's got to be, Kev.
I don't know. This really has been popping today for subscribes. We
to take care of the
not
tires.
really blowing it out of the water
Whether the
here. I
track
think people
rubbers
like
up or not,
the
you know,
Hamlin
the
hat
tires are still going to wear
T-Van.
out. So you want yours to not wear out quicker than everybody else's. So this is going to be an interesting.
We're up 18
Friday
subscribers
or
for the
Saturday
race
to
so far.
Sunday conversation with my crew chief and my engineers.
2 more to
Michael McDowell is now locked into the
12,150.
final round. Alex Bowman on track.
What's up, Steven? What's going on, man?
Start. Has a best Dover start of 5th. in
How's
2019.
McDowell doing in the points? Let me look.
Right there with his
Let's see.
teammate Larson. Showing some green this lap, guys. Can he get it done in 3 and 4? Stay with it.
35 for Bowman on the first lap. He needs to pick up a 10th and a half to get into the final round.
McDowell's not doing so well. He's in 26th in points, so he needs a win.
Third with a 22.16.
Third for Bowman. Wow.
Out of the fast spot.
So a Chevy ruins the Ford party. A Chevy.
Martin Truex Jr.
Steven, I made a deal with chat last week. If I got to 12,000 during the race last week, I would wear a Blaney hat 12 all weekend. And that's what happened. All right,
Bowman locked
Truex.
himself in.
McDowell is the only one in this top 5 of this group that's with 1 lap on his tires. These guys are going to look for a big lap the first one. Not going to see it with Truex either. He's going to have to run a second one, even if he does make the.
No 11, I know, Linda.
Well, I think that's
It's a
going to be
shame.
interesting as we get to this second
These
round.
guys
That
are
second
meanies.
lap, the money lap on these tires.
That's my point.
They're meanies.
There's only
They
one
let
in
me
this group so
wear my
far,
Diddy
McDowell.
hat.
Second place at that 15 with
Truex.
1 lap on his tires. I think that could play dividend in that next round.
Truex moves up 1
7th.
spot to 7th.
So Bowman's ruined the party
Austin
here.
Cindric on the bubble with a 22.21 with a 7.
With
So
one
Chris,
more.
Tyler Reddick last up,
Tyler Reddick.
I think.
That's locked Chase Briscoe into the final round. Tyler Reddick, last week's winner at Talladega, looking for his first front row
Elliott's
start
slow
of the
this week. Here
season.
comes McDonald's. Get your Happy
Green
Meals.
there, Kev. Bouncing back and forth out of it. Back to the corner up a little bit. Discipline drove
Oh,
down
yeah. Reddick looking
through
good.
the center with a lot of speed.
Far
Stayed
length
with it
ahead
off. He
of
did it.
Cindric already. He's in the top
Second with a 13.
5-second fastest.
One
Good job.
lap.
Nice
Call him
job.
off.
Nice job.
There's
Thank you.
that 1 lap.
Thank you, crew chief.
That
So
will
one
bump Austin
Toyota,
Cindric out
one
of the final round,
Chevrolet
and
ruin the
Reddick,
Toyota
along with
party.
McDowell, will each have just
And there
one
is your.
time
So
trial lap
6 through 18 will
tires
finish on the
moving to round
inside. We'll start on the
So we're
inside
all
row
concerned with the top 10
for
and who
the
makes
Wurth
it into the final
Tomorrow, Wurth 400, 1 through 5, Blaney, Reddick, McDowell, Bowman, Briscoe will move on to the second round. So coming up here, second round action, top 10 will qualify to see who gets the pole for the Sunday's running of the Wurth 400. And stick around, y'all. And then right after this, probably an hour or so after this, we'll be bringing you live flag-to-flag coverage of the Xfinity race, the Bet Rivers 200. So hope to see you guys soon after that. But hope everybody's having fun. That 45 is nasty fast. He looks good, doesn't he? Could he get back-to-back wins? We'll see. Of course, he won last week at Talladega. After that, crazy. Yes, Steven will be about 12:15 or so. 12:15, 12:20, something like that. But I'll be putting the pin message in here in a second, so you guys know when we're going to go live. Let me do that right now. All right, let me do that here. Okay. That. Place the pin message. All right, so there it is in the pin message above, y'all, is our Xfinity race. Make sure you go over there and give it a like and hang out for us, and we'll be right back after this is over. And if you don't want to click on that link, if you just don't touch anything with your YouTube, if you're not going to watch anything else between now and the race starts, everybody that'll be in here will be redirected to our Xfinity race, and y'all just kind of hang out there and chat. I'm going to reset everything and redo all the emojis, and we'll be ready for some Xfinity race. So hope everybody have some fun tonight. A pal of man works for team out of Welcome, North Carolina, says that a sponsor may be giving to another team that would open a team for JR could get a charter. We'll see. We'll see if Junior can get one. Menace, hit that like button if you think CeeLo's looking good this morning with my 12 hat on. Oh, thank you, Menace. I appreciate it. All right, so there's your top 10. Who's going to get the pole? Gregson, Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin,
jet dryers, trying to blow some of those marbles down off the
Ryan
racing
Blaney,
surface.
Chase Briscoe, AJ
And out of the
Allmendinger,
way
William
of
Byron,
final
Michael McDowell,
round
Tyler Reddick,
qualifying.
or Alex Bowman.
Interesting stat for those who did not advance. 3 of the last 4 races at Dover have been won from a starting spot outside the top 15.
Which is the first of the final 10 cars out.
So why are they blowing the racetrack?
So they're in
I don't
Group
know
A.
why this is,
They
but watch
qualified
this
by
rubber
Group A
fly
and
out of
Group
the
B.
car.
So everybody that was in Group A will
That's
go
for practice,
first.
by the way, probably should have been cleaned out. And then right before he spins, watch what he runs over. He runs over that rubber. And I'm not saying that that was the cause, but I'm going to stick up for my boy. I think that's what was it. It got see that rubber got on his tires, Kevin, spun him out.
You're fired.
You just said you're
I'm trying
fired.
to stick up for my driver.
That has nothing to do with why he spun out.
Where'd the rubber go?
12:30 Central, Moses. Sorry. That's 1:30 Eastern. Do apologize. Talking in Central Time.
I don't even know what's happening today, but we could fight.
Would you say that again? No.
Ooh, that should be interesting. Harvick and Boyer fighting in the booth. That'd be good. All right, so commercial top 10 coming up here. All right, let me see who you got to win the pole. I'm going to go Blaney. I think he's got a fast car. I think the fix is in. They want that Wurth car on the pole. He's got the sponsor of the race on his car. You know they want that Wurth on the front row. So Blaney, I think it's going to be an all Ford front row. I think it's going to be Logano. No, Logano got knocked out. Sorry. I want Blaney, and I'm going to go Michael McDowell on the front row. That's my pick. Boyer would destroy him, Mister says. Reddick, Denver says. We'll see. I'm telling you, Harvick is going to knock Boyer out. It's funny. Keep hitting those hearts as well, y'all. Hit those hearts, and it's there on your screen if you're on iPad or your phone. Hit those hearts. A 12 and the 45, Randy says. Yeah, that 45 looked pretty good, too. I might have to rethink that, but see what happens. But Kyle Busch, so the first 5 were from Group A, second 5 were from Group B. So just kind of a even playing field. They let the cars cool down so they can go again. Keep hitting that like button. Are we at 150 yet? 150? Yeah, we are. Let's keep on hitting that like button, see if we can get to 175. That'll be our next. We'll go in groups of 25. Groups of 25 on the likes. But I know what I need to do. I need to do this here. My goodness, y'all. Been early morning. Just waiting on it to come back. Denny on the pole, Tony Owens says. We'll see. See. Think this is going to turn into another Bristol with all the tire wear? Remember the tire wear at Bristol was horrible? Remember that? People were falling apart left and right. Denny and Truex were passing people left and right. Like, there was nobody out there that was running at a top speed except him and Truex. Could that happen again? We'll see. The way the tires are falling apart just for qualifying and practice does not look good. So we might have some wrecks tomorrow. We'll see how it does. But remember, Bristol was a nightmare for tires, if I remember correctly. So I'm getting my cars ready for the Xfinity race. But thanks so much, guys, for all the likes and the loves today on a qualifying stream. Over 100 likes again, as always. You guys always come through for us. Denny Hamlin ain't winning, he said. Steven is not a fan. Harvick gets getting pretty annoyed. He does. Especially his early morning when he hadn't got much sleep. He ain't winning, he says. He ain't winning.
Welcome back to Dover, getting ready for final round qualifying for tomorrow's Wurth 400. Jamie?
Well, we saw the trucks out there blowing the track, and Denny was keeping a close eye on it. How do you think blowing the track now before the second round will impact things here?
I don't think it'll change anything by the time I go. Yeah, usually sometimes it blows stuff into the groove, but it looks pretty clean right now. So it looks like they did a pretty good job with it. So I don't think it'll have much of a factor at all.
All right, good luck.
Thanks.
Denny Hamlin was second fastest in Group A.
Well, I know if I'm first, I'm a little bit concerned about all that
Appreciate
stuff
all of you on here. I go see a surgeon on Wednesday.
All right, see.
I got 2 bulging discs, so I try to have fun on here. Awesome, T-Van. I'm sorry you have to put up with that. Prayers for you, my friend. For sure, T-Van. We'll be praying for you, dude. We'll be praying for you for sure. So prayers in the chat for T-Van. Prayers in the chat for Triton that's in here. Anybody that's struggling today, prayers for you guys. We appreciate you kind of giving your kind of taking your mind off of things when you guys hang out here, because we're just watching some racing and hanging out, you know. Everybody's on the same page. Everybody wants to just watch the race or listen to the race, cheer on your driver. It's kind of a step away from reality a little bit when you're doing this. So appreciate the ones that do hang out here. So Boyer's like waking up to my stupid girlfriend, stupid roofer, silly. All right. See who gets the pole here for the Wurth 400 tomorrow. I'm cutting and pasting all our cars here for the Xfinity race. I forgot to do that. I'll pretty much show you how I do it. All right, hold on a second. So I use this app called Background Eraser. All right, so I'm going to click on the driver. All right, which number did I do last? 38. All right, so I'm going to click on the 29 car. See, this is how we do it. If you can see it well. And then I save it to my phone. And then I click on another one, See all the cars here? Oh, there we go. Oh, you can't really see it very well. The green screen doesn't like things other than me in here. So there's all the cars. All right. And then I click on one, and it automatically takes it away. Takes everything in the background away. So, all right, coming back to commercial. See, Kyle Busch will be on the track first, y'all. Jackson. Casgrowler paint scheme is better than, yep. Now, try not to use some foul language in here because it always triggers the YouTube ad sensitivity, and then I have to let someone to review it. So that's why we delete your messages if you use curse words.
400 tomorrow. Let's find out. We're going to begin with Kyle
YouTube
Busch,
doesn't like those in their chats.
27.
So here we go, Rowdy Nation. Let's go.
In round one.
Let's go, Rowdy Nation.
All right, Clint. We're going to find out if 2 laps, 1 lap, who can make the best adjustments to their car to be able to keep that throttle down.
I think that's the key. I really do. I think that's what it's going to come down to, is who had that option of 1 last lap on their tires.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see him go back to the throttle. Lift to the 3/4 mark to get the front to
Rowdy
set.
Nation. Go Blaney, Beth says.
.22.19. That is 8/100ths faster than round one. And he falls off.
Rowdy Busch, 22.19.
Yeah, and that sets the tone for
That's
what the
a-
lap time is going
that's
to
a
be.
lap
And
right there.
It's obviously not going to be much different than it was in the first round. It doesn't look like.
I think that was a pleasant surprise to pick up, though. I really do. You know, as we're talking
You want Tyler
about
on that
1 lap
pole?
versus
We'll
2,
see.
To be able to back that up as close as he did, that was a pretty good job.
Noah Gregson's Ford was
All right, Gregson. You see those 10s if you're a Gregson fan. Gregson not as fast. 22.58 so far.
22.36, excuse me.
No, I think you were right, Mike. Yeah, 22.58. The scoring monitor is a little bit confused up here, but definitely not the speed on the first lap that he had in the first round today. Second lap looks to be a little bit better, but still not where it needs to be compared to Kyle Busch.
Way fast, slower. All right, the dinger. Let's see what he can do. The dinger.
For Gregson.
Clint, you heard AJ.
Thank you
Allman
guys
did
for
it
getting
right
us there.
you see him right up next to the wall
12,150.
right there.
Now, Allmendinger has just 1 lap on his tires from round one.
Yeah, I thought he was the one that only had 1, but it doesn't look like it's going to help him on the first lap. It might help him
Wow,
on the
Kyle
second
Busch
lap
is
here.
about 4
He's gonna
cars
have to run a
faster than
second lap
him.
because coming to the green, he had to get all the way back out of the throttle.
Half a
because he got
second
way up the
or
racetrack
more.
in the middle of 3 and 4, coming to the green flag.
Slower
See if we
than
can
Kyle
get it
Busch.
gathered up here. Maybe he had some junk on his tires, didn't have them cleaned up.
He caught him there on the backstretch, but in the turn, just nothing.
75 for Allmendinger.
No, that's going to be a top 10 start for him. That's a good start for him and his team. Weekend started off on the right foot for sure.
It definitely makes
All right,
things a
Denny
lot easier
Hamlin,
when
let's
you
go,
get
baby.
your
Get that
car in the
pole
top
right
10, whether
here. Let me see those
you're 10th,
11s.
9th, 5th. It just makes the first part of the race a lot easier to manage.
Heck yeah, look at some of the teams we're accustomed to seeing racing for the pole that are not in it. Kyle
Oh,
Larson, you know, some of his teammates right there. There's some great cars that didn't make that round of 10 because he did.
Denny Hamlin had a 22.17 in round one in his Toyota.
Oh, yeah.
Way slower. 300ths of a second slower. Oh, in the green. Now back in the red.
Way off the pace there at 75.
Yeah.
He ran a 22.17 in his first attempt. a little bit better, but.
Well, that's always the hard part about from the first round to the second round, especially at a place like this where you carry so much corner speed as William Byron is coming to the green.
All right, Byron here, see what he can do. Chevrolet's showing up so far.
To make those adjustments in between
Byron
rounds.
fastest, second fastest already.
Byron was fastest in Group A with a 22:10.
Oh, yeah. Lenny, what's up, dude?
Turning in the right direction here off the Ford.
Oh man,
T-Man. A lot
T-Man.
of speed down there in 3 and 4. 29. Back to green. Keep an eye on this lap.
Can Byron catch Busch?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to have anything for the
Nope.
pole. A decent first lap there, but the interesting part about this, we were kind of concerned about whether they should or shouldn't be blowing the racetrack, but first car out was the fastest so far.
22.293.
Kyle Busch really pulled one out. He is quickest after the 5 Group A drivers have had their turn at the stopwatch. Group B to follow.
All right, the Fords and William Byron. I mean, Alex Bowman up next in Group B. Group B qualifiers now. Ryan Blaney, Chase Briscoe, Michael McDowell, Tyler Reddick, and Alex Bowman. I apologize. The Ford drivers and Tyler Reddick and Alex Bowman. So the Chevrolets right now, 2 fastest on the outside. Let's see what these Fords have to say about that. Lenny drops in there, dropping a like. Appreciate that, Lenny. Thank you so much. As keep on hitting that subscribe, keep hitting that like button as well, as we're on our way to 12,200. That's our goal at the end of the day, 12,200. Commercial break. So which one of these Fords or Tyler Reddick or Alex Bowman, which one of these 5 is going to beat out Kyle Busch? Let me see in the chat. 100K. It's got a little while to go there before that, but let me see. Kyle Busch, who is the top 5, the next 5 here? Who has the best chance of taking Kyle Busch off the pole? Give me your thoughts. Who will be the fastest here? Beth says the 12. Stupid Roofer says the 12. Hopefully nobody, Kyle Busch fan says. Who will be the fastest here? McDowell or Blaney? McDowell or Blaney? Jackson says the 12. Everybody's saying the 12. Everybody liking that Wurth sponsor on that car. See what happens. Next 5 coming up. Group B drivers. And in the pin message above, guys, just make sure you're going over there and clicking the like on that for us. If you can't watch, the stream is going to be redirected automatically when I sign off to the Xfinity race. So you guys don't even have to worry about it. But if you're going to go watch something else, make sure you go over there and hit the like button for us on that. We'd appreciate it. So here we go. Back to top 5. The second 5 going here. Group B.
Xfinity cars ready to roll for their race at 1:30 Eastern right here on FS1. Brandon Jones, Riley Herbst have the front row over Justin Allgaier and Austin Hill. All right, Group B drivers, round 2.
Chase Briscoe
trying to improve on a 22.16.
The 3. Gator's going with the 3.
You hear him just...
You hear him get out of the gas. Now he's way up out of the track, way high. He's going to abort this one, try to regroup.
And that was always the hard part with when we would qualify last year, too. Going from first round to second round when you really needed that front end to turn. Getting it right.
Briscoe 5th with a 60.
See him cracking out of gas. Car looks tight to me. As soon as it lands, it takes up off the racetrack. You can see the gap. Kyle Busch driving away from him.
Kyle Busch still
tight. I mean, that would be
about 3 car lengths ahead of Briscoe.
Fight with these cars to get them to go. They would go fast in the first round on
300s, almost 400s of a second behind Busch.
Well, watch out for Kyle Busch if he ends up on the pole. He has 9 wins from the pole in his career.
Alex
including his
Bowman
last
here,
pole
the one Chevrolet
at
that
the
ruined the
Gateway
Ford party.
last June.
Well, keep an eye on the back of this car. We saw the diffuser
Gavin's boy.
shoot some dust out of the back of the car as it bottomed out.
Bowman was 22.16 in round 1.
Had a moment there in the middle of the corner again. Lost a lot of speed.
Yeah, the back of that car is right on the verge of being disaster. When you see it, it's already run practice and 1 qualifying lap and still shooting diffuser smoke. Definitely know it's right on the edge. And yeah, Bowman has said, "Yeah, I'm not doing that anymore." That was
He's going to clean it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But you can definitely tell he's being pretty gingerly with it and backed off the entry quite a bit.
He's like, I ain't going to the wall today.
Yeah.
I ain't doing it.
Busch having been the first car
3 cars
in
left.
Group
Who's
A,
going to do it?
may
Let's see
work
if this
to
McDowell
his
car does it.
benefit with the extra cool down
Michael
time that
McDowell,
Group A
those
has over Group B.
34s.
You try to equalize everything. You get it as close as you can, but there might still be a slight advantage there.
Definitely valid. Definitely a valid thought. Another car, only 1 lap on his tires.
Well, you hear the same thing out of Michael McDowell that you did out of Chase Briscoe. And like I say, that's been a common trend to get the cars to turn in the second round with the Fords.
Wow. Kyle is so fast.
From the first round.
McDowell has nothing on him. 400ths of a second off.
Turn when it lands. Watch this.
6th for McDowell.
Got back to the gas a little bit better there. Stopwatch.
Rowdy Nation.
Car wanted to go left when it landed instead
Still
of
alive.
taking off up the hill.
Oof.
So wiggly.
So many of these cars have the wiggles.
Might pick up a spot or 2 here. Nope, 62. All right,
Wow.
Tyler Reddick also
All right,
ran
Tyler
just
Reddick's
1
last
lap
shot here.
in round 1
At Rowdy.
13.
Let's see what he can do.
This was the guy.
To see those 45s in the chat.
Last week. Was able to make Michael Jordan happy. Still losing speed off of 2.
Boy, Kyle Busch just has
Kyle
such good
Busch
drive
still
off.
has
Sure did.
a car length and a half.
Car rotated good for him right here, but see it start to move up the hill a little slow to the throttle.
3rd for Reddick.
Reddick the 3rd.
He's gonna be
Can
done.
2
He's done
Chevys be
enough.
on the front? Yes. Reddick's like, nope. So congratulations,
232,
Rowdy
and then there was one,
Nation.
Ryan Blaney, who was fastest
Oh, I'm
of
sorry.
all in
Ryan Blaney. I
round
forgot
1,
Ryan Blaney.
22.06 in his Wurth Mustang.
If anybody will
Let's
go
see
for
what
it,
he
you
can
know it's
do.
The bullet. Ryan Blaney, always aggressive behind the wheel. He'll throw it.
Not yet. That's right. All right.
Heck of a lap. Kyle Busch and company at RCR. That's a great lap for them.
Here we go.
And they needed it.
Big time.
As of right now, an all Chevy front row. Blaney trying to spoil the bow tie party.
Kyle's going to
Close,
prove a
Kevin.
point.
Very close.
Shanigan says.
The drag race is on down the back straightaway. Commit.
Kyle Busch, Blaney. Here comes Blaney back. Kyle's still got it by half a car length.
And it is by 3/100ths of a second.
Three- Still not done.
Lap 1.
Here we go. Kyle has it
Kyle
into
Busch
the
is starting
turn
to
by
get
a
little
car
bit more
length.
confident with his looks here. The smile's getting bigger, Kevin.
Yep, Kyle's got it. Rowdy Nation.
Been a while since we've seen that smile.
He won.
Jamie.
Kyle Busch and the high fives and hugs. It hasn't been an easy start to the season for you in this A team. What does getting the pole here, getting this little shot in the arm do for you?
I mean, we started out really good. The first month was strong. We had some really good races there and just had other issues. But you're right, the last month or so has definitely been a struggle with speed. Talladega is a crapshoot anyways. But it's pretty funny. We were standing here talking about sitting on the pole here last year as well, too. You know, the rain out. And we started first, and then my overexcitement of coming down pit road the first time, speeding on pit road, set us to the back and didn't quite have the race we wanted. So don't want to make that same mistake again this year. So already looking to that. But, you know, the FICO Camaro guys here did a great job. RCR, ECR, thank you. Lucas Oil, everybody for all the hard work. I mean, we're wanting to trend the right way and putting in the effort, putting in the hours, putting in all the extra work and trying to figure out exactly what's going on and why. But, you know, this is our first test of it. We felt like Dover and Kansas would be a really good test of some stuff, and hey, what do you know? It worked, so let's go.
Kyle Busch gets his first pole of the year. He does it at Dover, Mike.
He's the 7th driver to win a pole this season. It's his 34th career pole, and it's a Chevy Ford front row for tomorrow. NASCAR Xfinity Series race day is next year on FS1, followed by the Xfinity Series race. We'll see you right here for the Wurth 400 tomorrow.
All right, so I'm going to quickly get out of here and get it going because it's going to start here in about 30 minutes. Appreciate all the qualifying went a little longer than it normally does. So I hope everybody's ready to have some fun. We'll be seeing you guys here in a little bit. Thanks so much for all the ones that hung out. Thanks for all the new subscribers as well. Appreciate it. But congratulations, Rowdy Nation. You get the pole, and we'll see them on Sunday. So until then, if you don't do the Xfinity race, we'll see you Sunday. When I end this stream, it'll automatically go over to our Xfinity race, but the pin message above as well. So make sure you go do that. So appreciate everybody. Thanks so much for liking and hanging out in this early morning on a Saturday morning. We will see you soon, and we'll see you later. Peace out. See you in a bit.